All right, all right. Let's see. Maybe. What's up, Elsie? How are you? Hold on, guys. I'm trying like a new setup right now. Just give me 1 second. What's up, Raw Fortunate? Elise, I got you. My bad, my bad. How's everyone feeling? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna set up my TikTok. What's up, Chair Bear? Reminds me of Care Bear a little bit. How's everyone feeling? How is your guys' day? What's up, Truth Rises? Glad to catch me live. Glad to have you here. Good house year. It's pretty cool. Can't complain. Back at it. What's up, Peace? What's good, X7? Thank you for understanding us. God bless you. Hey, appreciate you supporting me, honestly. What's up, Miss Karma? How are you? Where did I get my intel? What's up, Kermila? Digital family, welcome in. You are the best. Appreciate it. You manifested your intel. I meditate a lot, so I be getting like a lot of downloads throughout the day, and it lets me know like what to talk about. And I guess the things I talk about be things that people be going through at that moment. Destiny swappers. Hey, everyone on the YouTube side, you guys can read the backdrop, right? But Destiny swappers are just energy vampires, people that want to drain you, so they can swap out their bad karma for your good karma. So when you have people that's like around you and they're draining you, they are inadvertently switching places with you. You have dreams and IDK, what they mean. What you should do is when I get up in the morning, I don't necessarily just hop out of bed. I just start like journaling about what I dreamt about, And then by doing that, you can connect with your higher self and get uh, figure out what the dreams are trying to tell you. Jimbo, appreciate the rose. Always relatable, narc dodging. I think that's like the cool thing about this path is like when we talk about these things, we pretty much like attract people that go through similar experiences because you be going through like the craziest situations with people and you be thinking you're the only one just to understand that like you're not alone. There's other people out there dealing with the same things. Appreciate the heart mate. Thank you. TikTok God, thank you. La Loca, appreciate the follow. Can we talk about provoking spirits in the spiritual realm? Yeah, I got you. I feel like a lot of people are dealing with provoking spirits right now, but yeah, provoking spirits are people that want to keep just poking at you because they want to get some type of reaction. It'd be pretty annoying dealing with them because they're very like sneaky in how they're gonna try to get that energy from you. You just have to kind of, I know it's annoying and I know it's hard, but you gotta like really not react to them. You gotta get to the point where like people could be screaming in your face and you're just like, oh, okay. When you understand that like not a lot of people are normal out there, it's like a lot of weird individuals, it gets easier. But if you start to be like, oh, I'm dealing with like a rational person, then that's gonna start throwing you off. Like, why is this person doing this to me? K Beauty, appreciate it. Can we talk about jealous fake friends? If they're jealous and they're fake, then they're not a friend. If you know you're dealing with someone like that, I suggest that you get away from them. Me, I don't like being around people that have the potential to be jealous. And if I start noticing some jealous, envious behavior out of you, like I'm getting away from you immediately. Strawberries, what's up? What's up, Brandon? One second. What's up, Lightwear? Been dealing with so many monitoring spirits. Yeah, I feel like with all the demons out there, I think monitoring spirits, at least in my opinion, is the most is the most common. A lot of people are going to be curious about you, and the more you are to yourself, the more you don't really talk to people, the more they're going to try to get said information out of you. So you just got to be wary. People know how to mirror you. They know how to make you drop your guard to get them to trust you. You got to have discernment so strong that even someone that is like smiling in your face, you can be like, oh, this is like a demon right here. What's up, Jamil? What's good? Why do they always befriend your enemies? How many of you guys be dealing with that? Like people, when they fall out with you, they team up with your enemies or something. Drop ones in the chat if you've ever dealt with that. But yeah, if you fall out with somebody, a lot of times what they'll do, they'll team up with other demons. Demons like to travel in packs. They know that they can no longer manipulate you, so they want to get like an army together to go against you. But yeah, it could be people that don't even like each other, but at that point they have like common goal, like which is hating you. And that is your energy is strong enough to bring people together that don't even like each other to just try to come at you. Faith over fear. I love that. They recruit, exactly. How many levels of healing are there? I don't ever think someone completely heals. I think that's like a lifelong process. You get to a point where you no longer operate from your trauma, but no one leaves this life without having a couple scars. They'll buddy up. Exactly. What's good, Paulette? Yes, why do people stare at you for a long period of time? Hey, if you guys could see into the spiritual realm, you guys will see like how bright you shine. You guys have like this bright aura about you, and when you step out there into the darkness, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but this is a very dark world. When you step out there, it's like you're very obvious. Like people, they lock onto your energy signal because your energy has the power to heal other individuals. And a lot of people don't even know they're doing it until you make eye contact and they snap out of the trance that they are in. What's up, Shock? What's good? Hey, appreciate the galaxy. Thank you. Which reminds me, I gotta figure out how to get my YouTube. What's it called? The chat. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Hey, YouTube chat. Like I have a different pop-up screen. Hey, if someone sends me something, one of you guys in the YouTube let me know, because I don't know if it's gonna show me on this new chat, and I don't want someone to send me something on YouTube, and then I don't like recognize the person. So just let me know. Following on other platforms, I thought you were AI. I am AI. Let's go with that. Your views going up on YouTube. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to stay locked in. Appreciate it. Thank you. Taylor. First gift. Thank you. And Lee Dude. Hey, Darian, speak that. Speak it. Speak it into existence. Paulette, thank you. They fired me for telling the parents about child's abuse. Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Like a lot of us too, like we have like this strong sense of like justice, and when we speak up, we end up getting targeted for it, which isn't right. But understand if that does happen to you, things are gonna end up working out for you, and the place that fired you is gonna end up suffering because of it. Hippie moods, appreciate the follow. But yeah, a lot of us in the chat, we can't really watch injustice happen. A lot of people, they don't want to get scapegoated, so they be seeing things happen and they turn a blind eye to it. Us, we be like looking around, like, is no one gonna talk about this? Like, what is going on? And us talking about it gets us into a lot of trouble. Okay, on my chat, I can see when people send me things. Blue Star, appreciate it. Thank you. I think I followed you on Facebook today. Appreciate it. I can't remember the last time I opened up Facebook. I know I do social media, but I'm not a social media type of guy, which is like I'm like a walking contradiction. I get on social media, I post my videos, and I hop off. If I find myself doom scrolling, like I feel the negative energy like be hitting me and stuff, and I be feeling like there's like a lot of agendas that is being pushed on social media, and I'm aware to know when witchcraft is starting to happen, when someone is trying to manipulate me, and I be feeling that through the algorithm sometimes. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Wanna appreciate the follow. Why do they begin to turn? Why do they begin to change into a whole nother person, like nothing who they used to be? You probably won't believe me when I say this, but a majority of people are wearing a mask. Like, try to imagine like someone's actually wearing like a real mask when they're out there. Everyone is not like a lot of people aren't who they seem. So when you're thinking to yourself like, why did they change into this person? It's not that they changed into somebody. It's that's who they were, and they finally showed you who they were. And people will show you who they are once they think that they have you. when people feel like they're confident enough that you won't walk away from them, that's when they'll drop the mask, just to find out that, at least for a lot of us that's been advanced on this path, it doesn't matter how long you wait to drop your mask. As soon as you reveal it, we're going to walk away immediately. Because a lot of us in this chat, we knew what it felt like. We went through having someone around us for a long period of time that didn't need to be around us, and it almost ended up taking us out. So now we don't make that same mistake. If someone starts being weird or starts giving us signs that you are a demon, we are out of there immediately. To you guys in the chat that be asking me, is like, well, I don't know, it's gonna be mean, this and that. Stick around, you're gonna find out the hard way. I'm here to let you guys know that believe people when they show you who they are. You start seeing them give signs of being a narcissist, a monitoring spirit, a destiny swapper. It is time to get out of there. Some of you guys probably are still like haven't went through those lessons, but a lot of us have, and we don't want to go through something like that anymore. And when you start dealing with a lot of when you start getting the knowledge and the wisdom, you're going to start to see that there's like a lot of weird demonic people out there. And then you'll probably be thinking like, oh, that will never happen to me. Hey, you think it won't happen until it happens. And sadly, some people have to go through it to like actually understand it. Think about like when you were younger, like if you went to your younger self right now and said like, hey, this is what it's like. Make sure you don't do this. Make sure you don't do that. You probably won't listen. And that's why we got to go through pain, because pain is the greatest teacher in this life. It has to hurt for us to be like, oh, we're not supposed to do that. It's hard to detect a psychopath. Kind of harder than the rest, but once you know the signs, like you can feel these things. You don't even have to have like the knowledge. A lot of us that have discernment, we didn't know what any of these things was on this list. We didn't even know psychopaths was like a real thing. But you feel something is off about somebody, and that's why people got to start like listening to their intuition. Like you feel something's off about somebody, you're not feeling that for like no reason. Corey, appreciate the follow. The Queen's Cafe, appreciate it. What are Agent Smiths? Those are people that's like still within the matrix. What's up, Donica? So people are still within the matrix. They are running a program, and that program, if you are awakened, can start going against you. Agent Smiths, they be operating out of like their ego. If you start doing things that threatens their ego or something, they start tripping immediately. If you start talking the truth or whatnot, they start malfunctioning, and they don't even know why they're doing it, but they'll start attacking you like very viciously. That's why if you guys still want to be around people that's still within the matrix, you gotta just have like surface level conversations with them. And for a lot of you guys don't like surface level conversations. So a lot of you guys can't even really be around people that's in the matrix for too long, because as soon as you try to go a little bit deep, they get flipped on and they start attacking. And then be careful of like the Agent Smiths where they will pretend that they are like you or they are on the same level. Because some Agent Smiths, like they want to be in a relationship with you, they want to be friends with you because they want your energy. So they'll like mirror you, they'll study you, they will see what you know, your likes, your values. Next thing you know, you have someone come up to you is like, hey, the Matrix, we gotta escape it. I hate it here. These NPCs are crazy. Whole time they're an NPC trying to trick you and stuff. And then some of you guys be lonely. You're like, oh wow, someone else like me. And as soon as like you let that person into your energy, they start trying to destroy you. You start to try to bring that stuff up later, and they look at you like you're crazy. Like, why are you talking about that? And you're thinking, you said you were like that, but now you're acting like you don't. So you guys got to be careful with people. They're very like crafty. I think I saw Ja in here. What's up, Ja? but we can change every day so they can't keep up. Facts. Yeah, they gaslight you. That is like a Agent Smith's, a narc's favorite tactic is gaslighting. If you guys are on this path and you're out the matrix, you will constantly get people that is trying to like gaslight you. When you guys are a lot more trusting, it will be annoying. But once you like fully love yourself and you trust yourself, the gaslighting doesn't really affect you like that. I can have someone like trying their best to gaslight me these days. I can have people give their best performances. I can have people cry in front of me. My discernment is now I don't really pay attention to what people say. I go off their actions and I go off their energy. I've literally had people like cry in front of me and I called them out for it and they stopped crying immediately and switched up to like a whole nother person. It's actually pretty scary when you see it. What's up, M? What's good? Vibes over facts. Heart, appreciate the follow. What's up, Acosta? Real talk, they be trying to get our phone numbers and everything. Hey, don't let these demons get your guys' numbers. They be doing some crazy things with the numbers. You guys give someone a demon your number, they start signing you up for like these like phone calls that you don't even know about. You're thinking that it's just like spam calls. Whole time you got a demon out there trying to get under your skin by any means possible. Plachete, appreciate it. Appreciate the hat. They just get angry after the fake crying facts. Was Destiny swapping? Someone draining your energy, like an energy vampire getting around you, and like the longer they are around you, the worse your life is gonna get while their life gets better. Someone, you know, sometimes like I hear people say that like people normally just come around them to get healed, they get in a better position, and then they end up like leaving you afterwards. Like that in itself is destiny swapping. Someone only comes around you to benefit off of you, and once they get what they came for and they discard you immediately, that's destiny swapping. The crazy part about that is that they don't maintain the energy. So people be thinking like it's like a permanent thing. So they'll take your energy, they'll leave, and they're like, "Oh wow, I'm gonna step into my new life." And then when they get away from you, and that karma starts to hit, and their life starts to go downhill, they're like, "What is going on?" And then they'll hit you back up, trying to come back into your life. And by at that point, you called your power back, and you're moving on to the next chapter. Some of you guys be letting these people back into your life. I suggest you don't do that. That's like a test everyone needs to go through. Don't let the loneliness make you want to go back to old toxic people. You escaped that frequency. You learned a lesson, so you shouldn't be putting yourself through the same trials and tribulations. Even your mom's your biggest hater. A family be the main ones. They will siphon your energy while you are depleted. Facts. They'll take. And I can respect these energy vampires if they left you with like a little bit something. But they'll literally take all you have and like have you like crying on the floor, and then they'll look at you, smile, and just disappear off into the night. You got to be around people that's going to reciprocate the energy. Then blame you. Exactly. Someone will drain all your energy and then be like, "Oh, I did everything for you. I did this, I did that." Whole time they literally just took everything you have. That type of stuff will make you go crazy. Some of us actually had to go crazy a little bit from these situations to be like, "Oh, these people are demonic." Because some people out there, like they're getting possessed by a spirit. So a lot of these vessels out there, they literally be believing the lies that they make up in their head. I always thought that was like kind of scary because I used to think that people, like everyone that was lying, knew they were lying. Some people are so deluded, like they're so far gone in like their possession that they can't face reality. So they choose to live in this deluded reality where they think they are right. So they will do like the craziest thing to you. and believe it, and then you're like, yo, what are we like, what's going on right here? At that point, you just gotta like walk away, cut them off, because if you try to understand why they're doing the thing that they are doing, that's gonna drive you insane. We can learn a little bit about the psychology of like why these demons do the things that they are doing, but sometimes you literally gotta tell yourself that that is a crazy person and you don't need to have them around you. Because honestly, if you keep a crazy demonic person around you long enough, they can literally ruin your life. Hence the destiny swapping. Darvo is a real thing. YouTube side, where's he at? There's a guy. Oh, Truth Rises. I saw when you made that Darvo post, but yeah, Darvo, they will like traumatize you and then say you did it to them. So you will be traumatized. They're trying to figure what happened, and then they will try to frame you to be that person, and that will confuse you even more. So sometimes you just gotta walk away from people. Don't think that like life is like a TV show where everyone you talk to, you guys could get to some type of common ground. You guys could figure each other out. Sometimes you gotta be like, I gotta get away from this individual. And sometimes if you don't get away from them fast enough, you can potentially have them be a destiny swap, not a destiny swapper, but a stalker in your life. Some of you guys at this moment probably have a cyber stalker because you let someone stay in your life a little bit too long. Some demonic guy friend asked me some wild personal questions recently. What'd he ask you? But yeah, cyber stalkers, it's like once you gave them proximity for too long, and now that you try to like walk away, now they're gonna be a cyber stalker. At that point, you just gotta ignore them, honestly. I've had Oz be like, I see you posting online. Yeah, people be doing some weird stuff. We're in a digital age where you gotta kind of just see things and just be like, oh, that's weird, and just ignore it. I used to be like, I gotta figure out everything, like why is this happening, what's going on. But now I switched my mindset to understand that some people is not worth even trying to figure it out. Yeah, Kyoto, it sounds like a demon that's in your life. Uh, Carrie, appreciate the follow. Been watching for some time, love your content. My year, appreciate it. Uh, it's so breaking when you let someone in thinking and you're vulnerable. And a Darvo, it's heartbreaking. Yeah, a lot of us go through that. We're starting to understand that uh, having friends and having people in your life, it is not easy. A lot of you guys get lonely and you're like, let me try. Maybe this one will be different. And it kind of always ends in the same way. You got to understand there's only like 10% of people. And I feel like that's me being generous. Some of you guys will say like 5%, but there's only like 10% of people out there that you can be friends with or be in a relationship with. A lot of people sold their souls along the way. A lot of people aren't as they seem. They seem normal. Then you let them in, and then they start being the biggest demon in the world and start trying to do Darvo on you. Darvo is like when they try to flip it on you. I think the D is like deflect. A is someone help me out. I forgot the acronym. I think it's deny. A I forgot. R is reverse. V is they victimize themselves and they make you the offender. Attack. There you go. Yeah, so that whole thing is just basically them flipping the other situation on you. They'll make an accusation where like they can't face the reality that they did, so they'll say that you did exactly what they did, and they will make you out to be who they are, which is basically destiny swapping at the end of the day. Like that's that reactive abuse people be doing, where they poke you, they want you to react, and then when you react, you end up being them in a situation, and then they be like, "You're, why are you doing this to me?" And you're like, "Yo, like this is like so confusing." Some people, like, if you defend yourself at all or you stand up for yourself, you start to recognize a lot of these demons are basically very like they act very tough. They have that bully type of mindset, but they're like very scared. If you even like push back just a little bit, if you give them back even 5% of their own energy, they start crying immediately. Sometimes people be coming at me so crazy, I be thinking like, oh, this is the real deal. And then I probably say something back and they start crying and me. I'm like, what is going on? This isn't who you presented yourself to be. So at that point, I just start ignoring people. Like as aggressive as people be trying to come across, I'm like, nah, this is a mask. And you got to understand, some people use you to get some of their aggression off because we're in a society, so there's like social norms. So a lot of people can't be as aggressive as they will want to be. So when they get that energy from you as like you're a passive person, you're nice, you're kind, they will use you to kind of feel tough, to feel strong, because seeing your energy from the outside, they just assume you won't say anything back. So if you do say something back when they didn't expect it, they get very scared. They're like, I didn't expect this. What? They're like, you don't look like you've been through anything. It's like people like us, like we've been through the worst, but we don't operate like from like a victim type of mindset. Like we alchemize all that energy. So all you got sometimes like it is good to ignore people, but sometimes you can use discernment to be like, oh, I could just push back on this person like one time and they'll never bother you ever again. They'll go find like their next victim. But it's not an all size fits all because some people they get very addicted to your energy. Some people like they make you a target and they start thinking like, oh, this is gonna be my lifelong target and whatnot. Some of you guys probably have people at this point that's been terrorizing you for years, and you're like, what is going on? Have you not grown as a person? Have you not met anyone else? Why am I your biggest target right now? Like you've passed like so many tests. You met someone back in like season 3. You're now on like a whole different show now. You're like on the spin-off series and they want to come back and doing the same things and you're like, whoa, someone will be stuck at that same frequency doing the same things for their whole life. And those are the people that come back to repeat this life. Do you have any alchemy tips? If you have a creative outlet, just take that energy and put it into that creative outlet. One good way to alchemize energy that works for everybody is putting that energy into the gym. So if someone is like terrorizing you, just use that energy to go harder in the gym. They hate you, but they won't stay away. Facts. I have so many haters and stalkers. Yeah, I used to be annoyed by it, but now I've kind of like alchemized the energy. I kind of like being hated. Like it shows me I'm doing something right. For example, let's say you guys just start doing social media. When you first start doing social media, like you will have so many supporters, like, oh, you got this, you got this, you got this. You start actually getting followers and you start actually making moves, you will get hated more and more. And the hate is just the indication that you're going the right way. Some people will put themselves like in it's kind of like what I noticed with celebrities. Some people be thinking these humiliation rituals, they're fully the victim, that they hate that it's happening. Some celebrities will purposely do a humiliation ritual on themselves because that will help them elevate to like the next level. Because a humiliation ritual where people are laughing at them, clowning on them, brings them more attention, and they know how to alchemize that to become even bigger in what they are doing. Monitoring spirits, can you explain? To make it simple, they're very nosy people that can potentially sabotage what you got going on. You gotta understand that not everyone wants to see you win. Some people just want to figure you out so they can ruin what you got going on. Because we got a lot of depressed people out there. We got a lot of envious, jealous people. And the crazy part about it is if those people took that energy they're using to hate on you to put it into themselves, they can elevate. But instead they'll use it to try to take you down. What's good, Rodney? They literally create storylines from our popularity. It's crazy. Facts. They try to find out everything about you to destroy it. Exactly. You guys gotta move in silence. I think we all had that one point in our life when we thought that everyone had our best interests at heart. At least I knew I was like that. I thought everyone thought like me. I don't know why. Like now that I'm at this other side of my journey, I see things clearly. But I don't know why when I was growing up, I just thought everyone thought the same. I thought everyone was like happy. Everyone was like trying to like, everyone just wanted everyone to succeed. And I was telling everyone my business. I remember I got a raise at my job. I told someone, hey, I got a raise. Person looked at me like so mean, like, yo, like what? And started getting so mad, started gossiping about me. I'm like, yo, like a lot of people aren't happy for other people. Like they want other people to be in a bad position just like them. And these people don't understand that by thinking that they be blocking their own blessings. Like it's crazy. And it's crazy that hating it's so normalized these days. Like I'm so aware and how I be viewing things. Like I can see when things aren't normal. Like when you be in like YouTube, like in comments of videos sometimes, people just feel comfortable saying whatever they can, like on the other side, like of a screen. I hate you. You're the worst person in the world. Oh my god. I'm like, yo, this is insane. Obviously, we're human beings. We're all not gonna like everything we see. But me, like, I've never left a hate comment. If I don't like something, like I just scroll past. I'm like, all right. You will have some people that will continuously hate on you too because this is a matrix. And when you deal with monitoring spirits, there's some people you have these things called like, so there's the NPCs and there's the awakened souls. If you guys are in here, you guys are awakened, which means you guys are in control of what you are doing. Some people are just here to be like a bystander, like in a video game, until they awaken. So some people are literally just here to hate on people because they're trying to stop people from getting to that next level. Some people like that's going to be a first test you'll deal with. Like, for example, if you do social media, when you start posting, monitoring spirits are going to get activated and they're going to start hating on you because their goal is to make you look at the hate comment and be like, oh man, they're hating on me. Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should stop. If you guys let people get in your head like that, that's the demon doing what it's supposed to be doing. Monitoring spirits will study you. They don't just say random things. They try to like look for like an insecurity that you may have. They pay attention to your speech. They pay attention to your patterns of like what you probably got triggered from in the past, and they'll throw that at you. That's why you can't react. Like this world is very scary. You can't some like I say only have one or two like close friends that you can talk to and they can see the absolute real you. But for a lot of people, you just don't react. Like don't show them anything. It's like vampires. Like it's like we're in the Walking Dead. Like you gotta like say straight face because as soon as you react, you're gonna have like an army of zombies coming and trying to attack that insecurity that you may have. But if you guys do find yourselves reacting, don't worry. This life is all about learning and evolving. So when someone does say something and it triggers you, you're able to be like, why did that trigger me? And then you're able to go into back into like the drawing board, do your shadow work, and then go deep. And then be like, oh, that comment triggered me because when I was young, someone said this and I never processed it. So that's why I'm feeling like this now. And if you guys could continuously do your shadow work, you will become unstoppable on this journey. Because yes, you're not going to be 100% impervious. Sometimes people are going to get to you. but you're not going to be stuck at that level. You can just keep evolving. And demons hate people that evolve pretty fast because new levels, new devils, they'll attack you at a level that you're at. And if you come back the next day and your shadow work is completed, and they can no longer like trigger you with that same thing, because at the end of the day, these demons are not that smart. They will do the same thing to you over and over until you learn the lesson. And once you learn that lesson and get a bump in that frequency, that demon will like just fall out of your life. Like, it's very weird. Some people, like, they're only here to help you evolve. As soon as you learn whatever lesson that person was supposed to teach you, you will no longer see that person in your life. Because remember, some people are just NPCs. If you play a video game and you beat level 1, all the enemies that was on that level 1, you don't see them anymore like in the video game. You're on to bigger and better things. My coworkers be playing games and I don't see a future with these folks. Yeah, working a 9 to 5 while you are an awakened soul is going to be very hard. So many people are going to be testing you up in there, trying to drain your energy. Like I be saying, you just got to ignore it. Heavy on the not that smart facts. That's why the demons hate me. Like, I spend a lot of my content just kind of roasting the demons. You set boundaries like I said. Hey, there you go. You would think that setting boundaries will be a one and done, but that's just the first. That's just level 1. Some people take boundaries as like a test, and that used to annoy me when I was learning how to set boundaries because I would read books on this stuff. I'm like, oh, I just gotta start setting boundaries, and my life will get a whole lot better. As soon as I start setting boundaries, I start getting people going to war with me. It was insane. You will set a boundary with somebody and they will literally think I will ruin your life for trying to do that. And now you got to go to war with somebody you did not want to go to war with. And you will get the weirdest behavior out of them. They won't just be like, you know what? I don't want to accept that boundary. I'm going to leave you alone. They're like, we'll see. We'll see. And you start getting like a level. They up the level of how weird they can be. They see it as rejection facts. And some people, like, they hate like authority or something. So if you are like being in a frame of trying to protect your peace and not allowing them to do something demonic, they take it as like an insult or something. Some people only like being around you because like they can easily manipulate you. And if you start kind of seeing what's going on and you try to protect yourself, they will double down on the manipulation or the witchcraft. But remember, if like they're manipulating and doing that type of stuff, they might do something different, but it's like all the same. So some of them are like a little bit smart. For the instance, like they'll act like you setting the boundary was no issue, but you got to read the energy because sometimes people will retreat, and because you set that boundary, now they're plotting on you on the side, and they're plotting to get you in some type of way. Creative Queen, appreciate it. The patterns never change, exactly. What if they retreat for good? Is that manipulation? They always come back, but if they retreat for good, I see that as like a good thing, honestly. That's a win. If someone was demonic and they had like a plan and they end up retreating, yeah, I'm gonna start celebrating. Uh, Ego can protect from devil groups? Like, what do you mean? What's up, Kimberly? How are you? How to spot the genuine ones is all pretense. You'll be able to feel it. There's not that many genuine people out there. I'll let you know that right now. But you'll be able to read it off of their energy. You can start to see like the innocence of them not even trying to manipulate and stuff like that. It's just very rare. A lot of people have just kind of been like, if you can't beat them, join them. So 90% of people are out there playing power games. Not to say that everyone that's playing power games is like a bad person though. Some people are just doing it out of like survival. Scoochie, appreciate the follow. Wooty Readings, appreciate the follow. B, appreciate the follow. Hannah, I got you. Dreams can show you of things to come in the future, especially if you're tapped into like your clairvoyancy. I recommend a lot of people to journal when they wake up. Honestly, too, like I've been having like very vivid dreams lately, so it's been making it easier. And I think that's only coming because I've been so consistent with dream journaling. So if you guys are in here and you're like you can't remember your dreams, start journaling a lot more about it, and it will help you to remember. How to exist in the job force when no one likes you and you're always doing your job well. The fact that you do your job well can be the exact reason why they don't like you. You're kind of like outperforming people even when you're not even working at a high level. You got to kind of accept if you're on this path, a lot of people aren't going to like you. So just ignore the noise. If they start to get very overt in the behavior, I just suggest to kind of move on. Rise of a Hero, appreciate it. The bystanders are just as guilty as the enablers. I agree with that, honestly. How many of you guys agree with that? Like the bystanders are just as guilty as the enablers, the people that are passive, the people that try to stay neutral. How many of you guys agree with that? Drop ones in the chat. Sean Rose, appreciate the follow. I'm gonna let you know this right now. If you're kind of getting into it with like people, and then someone chooses to stay neutral, this is like a controversial like topic. Some people will say that they don't really owe you loyalty in that situation. But honestly, how I move in my life is if someone is choosing to stay friends with somebody that is like an enemy to me, I'm not gonna want to be friends with that person. Like as much as they try to stay neutral, because I kind of notice the patterns in these situations. That person that stays neutral will be used to go against you. They will be used to try to get in, they will be used to try to get information out of you. And if that other person doesn't like you and they're with that person, who do you think the topic of conversation is going to be on? These people are going to be talking behind your back and trying to figure out all these different things about you. Because some people, like, you can't cut them off and then think that they're just going to leave you alone. Some people, you cut them off and they become an exact like a enemy in your life. You cut them off, you probably do it in a peaceful way. You're like, you know what? I don't think it's cool for friends or in a relationship. I still want you to eat, just not at my table. I'm gonna go over here. You stay over there. Some people can't take rejection. And if you reject some people, they will start being in like a one-sided beef with you or something. And the one-sided beefs be insane. There are some people out there that can literally fight you and you're not fighting back for years and they just I don't know why they do that. Like every time I imagine a one-sided beef, I just imagine someone like just hitting the air and stuff like that. And you be watching people like you think they'll burn out. Some people got a lot of energy to just be doing that for like a long time. But if you got people in one-sided beefs out there, you just got to leave them where they're at. Just just let them do what they do. And then the one-sided beefs are a little tricky as well too, because those are people that'll start poking you like very crazy, because they want to be your op so bad, they want to be your rival so bad, so they need a reaction for you to be a rival in their life. And it's kind of like if you ignore them, they get even more crazy. But then if you react to it, they're like, yes, they're paying attention to me, and they're like, we're enemies. I'm like, yo, TN1, appreciate the heart puff. Any tiny thing you do, facts. And then some people will be so obsessed with you, and the one-sided beef will be so deep that they will think anything you do is has something to do with them. You will probably have someone in a one-sided beef with you from like years ago, months ago, and to this day they think that the situation you had with that person was the only thing you ever went through in life. And now to this day, if you do anything, they're like, "Oh, they're talking about me. Oh, this is regarding me." It's like, yo, you had like 100 different situations since that one person, but they want to be your ops so bad that they're gonna try to connect to you in any type of way. Whole time I'm chilling. Facts. And those be the people too, like they'll like for my people on TikTok, they'll be the people that will like stalk your repost. They're gonna be like at any repost that might be similar to what they did to you, they're going to be like, "Oh, you see, they're talking about me, this and that." So sometimes you be wanting to repost something, and then you're like, "Yo, I just got into it with this person. They're probably gonna think it's about them. They want people on vegan." Facts. The repost stop. That's how it be. A lot of people want an indication that they're still connected to your life in any type of way. And that's why I be making those posts. Like sometimes you guys just be reposting just to repost. People be trying to figure out you from your repost, and if you guys are on this path, you guys are out of the box way of thinking. A lot of your enemies from the past will think that like if they get into it with you, that you're automatically gonna talk about them in some type of way through your repost. When in reality, you kind of just be reposting just to repost. Someone look at your repost and they can't get a read on you. One day you're reposting like cooking videos. Next day you're reposting cat videos. Sometimes you be reposting things from the perspective of somebody else. You'd be like, this could probably help someone out. God is appreciated. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Facts. You are so correct. They will poke you and poke you if they get rejected. Facts. People are getting weirder and weirder, just overly toxic. Facts. You guys got to kind of just leave where they're at. Like I said earlier, if you know you're dealing with some type of demon, just get them out of your life immediately. Some of you guys though, and I understand this too, like some of us be very curious. You be keeping people in your life like, all right, like I haven't really seen a demon of this level or someone that has been this, like I've never seen this type of behavior before. So let me try to study this, like what is going on right now. If you guys do that, like I'm not against doing that, but you got to learn when to eject immediately. Because once someone really like gets addicted to your energy, it's very hard to like disconnect from those people. You're too empathetic, which isn't a bad thing. You just got to be selective with your empathy. You still believe in SR? I do. Like a quick peep and go. Facts. Agent Smiths are people that's like still within the matrix. If you guys are talking to people in the matrix, try not to talk so freely. Like imagine like this stuff I'm talking about with you guys. If I go out there and I just start talking about these things, I'm gonna get attacked like immediately. They're gonna target me. They're gonna start calling me crazy, start doing something to try to gaslight me. If you're dealing with someone that's in the matrix, you gotta keep it in line with like their programming and talk about like surface level things with them. Because as soon as you try to go deep, which is like hard to be around them because you be thinking to yourself like you're one bad question away from having a full-on enemy right now. But there's like a lot of things that you can talk about. Well, there's safe things you can talk about when dealing with an NPC. Drop them in the chat, guys. What's some things you could talk about with the NPC that will be safe? The weather is a good topic. You can say like, yo, like it's been very sunny outside. You can talk about sports. I don't really know much about sports. I'm from LA. I just say something about the Lakers, keep it pushing. TV shows, cars. Aaliyah's like, I don't care. I'll speak freely. Hey, good luck out there. Love Island. Love Island. I be feeling like that's an agenda. I can't get away from that show, and I'm not really watching anything to like make it pop up on my For You page. But yeah, those are some of the topics you guys could talk about when it comes to NPCs. But if you go a little bit too deep, you're gonna trigger something within them, and their goal is to keep you within the matrix. So when they see that someone is escaping, they know that you are a threat to potentially wake up other people. And as we know, truth tellers are not respected in society. You go out there, you start talking the truth, you become public enemy number one. Do you guys think me as a spiritual creator, me as someone that talks about these things, that I'm like gonna be loved by a lot of people? I mean, law of polarity, the people that's on my frequency are going to like the things I talk about. The ones that benefit off of the illusion, they're gonna hate the things I talk about. Because how dare I expose what they are doing in secret? A lot of people like being weird, but they don't like people knowing they're being weird. They like to manipulate and be like, "Oh, I'm getting away with this." As soon as you call out their weird behavior and you try to say the truth, they'll hate you immediately. They're not mad about them doing the weird behavior. They're like, "Why did you have to expose me? I was having the time of my life." Someone say, "Yeah, how dare you?" That's how it be. Do I call it out sometimes? You're better than me. Like, I just notice stuff and I just disconnect. I called it out to a family friend and crickets. Yeah, a lot of enablers out there. You can't really call stuff out to a lot of people. It's like we're surrounded by like cults, factions, covens. It's like a Truman Show. Sometimes you will like open up to somebody and you will think that they will understand you because you have all the evidence, you have all the things to back up that they are being manipulative, being a demon. And then as soon as like you open up to that person, they start to just be like, that's just how they are. And at that point, you're like, oh, you stop talking immediately because they are all in on it to a certain point. Some people already know that some people are demonic, but they are the leader in whatever coven that they are in. And if you are the one that's trying to point out what is going on, you will start to become the issue. You're like, hey, this person just did this to me. They'll start talking about you like, yo, this person's catching on. To talk to the boss, like, well, what should we do to them? And then they're gonna be like, you know what? Isolate them, exclude them from everything. They'll start talking to the other minions in the group. Then you start noticing everyone else switching up, and you're like, what did I do? What did I do? But that was like in the past when you didn't know what was going on. You know how confusing it is to go through this life and not have this knowledge? You be like thinking truth is what everyone else is on, and you be thinking that you speaking up is gonna get some type of justice. People stop talking to you, people be switching up, and you're like, what's going on? And now you understand like a lot of people be under mind control. A lot of these cult leaders be having people under MK Ultra. It's not a lot of people out there that validate the truth. These covens, these cults, they get people to be in their covens by promising them like social protection. A lot of people can't be by themselves, which is crazy. Rise of a Hero, appreciate it. You can talk about Kai Cenat and Speed with these NPCs. Wait, what do you mean? But yeah, a lot of people can't be by themselves. People need to like be in some type of group. And if they feel like they could potentially do something that's gonna, like, if they notice something, but they know if they call it out, it might ruin their position in the group, they'll choose to just ignore it. But you guys don't care. You're like, you see something, you speak up immediately. Like, you guys don't be caring. Like, even in your families, like, you guys be speaking up. And you guys had to go through a period in your life where you had to be by yourself for a long period of time. If you guys have been through an isolation season in here, drop ones in the chat. That isolation season will get you right. If you can pass your isolation season, you will never need to like really be around anybody. Many are called, few are chosen. You guys got called when the isolation season came to you. You guys could have chosen not answer that call and ignore what you were seeing and go back to the toxic people and be like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not. I'll ignore it. But a lot of you guys answered that call. You're like, you know what? I know this is gonna be hard, but I'll go to the other side. And you got to the other side, and now you don't need to be around people. Before, people are probably able to manipulate you by trying to exclude you, by trying to make you feel like an alien, an outsider, and that will cause you guys to chase. Now that you guys passed your isolation season, like, you guys no longer chase people. That's why you guys be throwing people off. Like, when these demons start being weird, they expect you to chase after that because they just assume that you don't know how to be by yourself. And also, they're going off their own pattern recognition because they know that when they do that to other people, it makes them fall in line. But when they do it to you, you guys disappear immediately. You guys' detachment game is like on another level, and they're not used to it. And that doesn't mean that you guys don't love people. That doesn't mean that you guys can't be friends with people in relationships. But you're able to switch that. You're able to switch that flip very fast because you had a point in your life when you didn't know how to do it. You gave your all to these demons, and they almost ended up taking you out. So you guys made your comeback. You guys pulled yourself out of a dark place, and that comeback was so personal. You guys aren't going back. We are not going back at all. Like, rock bottom was not a good place to be. I don't know if any of you guys like rock bottom. Me personally, I didn't like that at all. That was like one of the worst moments in my life. I'm not going back. You guys could try to like be weird with me. You guys could try to shame me. You guys could try to say all these different things. That rock bottom, once you pull yourself out of that, you truly love yourself. And if people are trying to like put you through things that you already healed from in the past, like, we're not going back. And it's crazy how people will shame you because you won't let them manipulate you. You notice the manipulation tactic. You do like what is supposed to actually be done. Like, you notice a red flag and then you step back, or you end up cutting the person off. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people see red flags and they're like, I know something's off, but I'm gonna just stick around the person. You guys have like evolved where you can see the red flag, disconnect, and people aren't used to that, so they will start shaming you. How many of you guys had people try to shame you because you didn't allow them to manipulate you? Drop ones in the chat. You're like, oh, you can't communicate. Oh, you don't know how to process. Nah. Some of you guys have discernment, and you guys can understand that for some people, you can't communicate with them at all. That's how strong your discernment is. Like, you know, some people, like, you're like, I could communicate with this person. This is a very logical person. Some people, you know that if you explain yourself, they're going to try to gaslight you like crazy. They're trying to bring confusion. Exactly. They want to get that one conversation with you because they know if they're able to get that conversation with you, they'll probably start putting you over witchcraft. And then you'll be like, hey, you know what? It was me, this and that. That's why some people don't understand when you don't even want answers. A lot of you guys in the chat have been people like in the past, you guys needed an answer of why they did what they did, of like closure and all those different things. We've matured to the point where we don't need closure anymore. We see you for who you are. We know what you're doing, and we're like, all right, that's it. We know we're not going to get any type of apology out of you. And if some of you guys are still thinking that you need to get that apology, that is going to put you in a very very bad situation. Remember, these demons aren't playing fair. These demons are like very irrational. They kind of bank on the fact that you're empathetic, and they can use that to manipulate you. Because of all the knowledge that you guys have acquired, it makes you be able to see through demons very easily. But that doesn't mean they're going to give up on trying to manipulate you and do witchcraft. That's why they try to like have that soul tie with you immediately. They try to get you in a state of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Everyone in the chat, we already know, like, we're done giving people the benefit of the doubt if they don't deserve it. A lot of us be thinking, like, how we survived this long? A lot of us, the first quarter of our lives, we were just out here just giving everyone the benefit of the doubt. That's a very dangerous thing to do. We keep doing that, like we almost like left planet Earth. Give them the benefit of the doubt. I know they can do better. I see the potential. And they just keep manipulating us, keep traumatizing us. Now we're not doing that anymore. Like we be believing people for who they show us to be, who we believe who they show us to be, pretty much. Hey DZ, appreciate the follow. God protects your innocence, facts. I very hate it. I literally can't be fake. My mother or father, how can I be fake? I mean, I play games when I'm trying to get a pretty girl and act super soft, but that's it. I feel it. Yeah, a lot of us don't like playing the games at all. Like, it's very, like, animalistic. That's something I kind of noticed with society. It's like, yeah, we have all these social norms, the jobs, we're pretty much, like, trying to function as, like, we don't have this animalistic nature. A lot of us kind of, like, ejected from that because of how self-aware that we are. But a lot of people choose to play the game. And some people, they are very sadistic. A lot of people like having people under their control. We don't like doing that at all. Like, if someone is under our control, it just feels very weird. We would rather have, like, a genuine connection with somebody than to try to manipulate them or something. Appreciate the heart, me. Hey, we hit 100K likes already. Appreciate you guys. Jessica, appreciate the follow. F the game. That's why a lot of you guys don't date as well, because in the dating game, I can only speak for like now because I'm in it, like the generation, but currently like witchcraft is like at like very high when it comes to the dating game. Right now, people in the dating game is just thinking like it's play or be played. Like everyone is out there playing some type of game instead of wanting like a genuine connection with the other person. And that's why like a lot of honey traps will be set. And someone said honey trap as soon as I said that. Synchronicities. Honey traps, pay attention, facts. Don't think that everyone that comes your way, guys, that is smiling in your face, that is in your mind, like your dream person is actually who you're supposed to be with. This matrix, these demons in the spiritual realm will like study you and see what your weakness is, and then we'll send that person to you. And you have to be able to see through that stuff, because a honey trap can like really like throw you off like big time. You guys are like, this is finally my person. I've been waiting. I've been learning to write tests. I've been going through trials and tribulations. Like, I've earned this. And then like it's like your growth is like 5 steps forward, 10 steps back. A honey trap will have you doing things that you never thought you would do in a million years. Love is blind. They get that soul tie in you. You be thinking like you're healed and like you're good, but if someone is able to like do a love spell on you, you will be doing some crazy things. And also to people that you never even was your type, because some people know how to manipulate very well and they know how to get you under their control. So you guys got to be very careful, like love spells out there. And then there's some people out there that will like try to manifest you. If you guys are like constantly like thinking about somebody, especially like if you just broke up with somebody too, and like there's like these days when you can't stop thinking about them, someone is trying to manifest you to come back. Someone is trying to manifest you to break no contact. That's why when you get to a certain frequency, like witchcraft doesn't really affect you. When you get to a certain frequency, like you can like detect that, see it. You get to a point where you understand that you aren't your thoughts. If you guys aren't there yet, you'll be very vulnerable to manipulation. There's some people out there, they operate from their thoughts. So whatever they think that's reality. So some people out there will be trying to manifest them or try to get them under their control. They'll think something and they think they have to operate on that thought. You get to a frequency where, at least right now, like I'm able to observe it. So sometimes someone will try to do witchcraft from afar, and I will be looking at my thoughts, and I'll be like, that's not even my thoughts, and I'll be able to separate myself from it. If you're able to separate yourself from your thoughts, a lot of manipulation is not going to affect you. Beauty, appreciate the follow. Right, witchcraft doesn't really affect us, but we can feel it, but it won't work. Facts. You get to a point where you don't even have to be like super aware. And what I mean by that is like when someone is trying to manipulate you, you can literally like be thinking about something different. Like you can like not even be keyed into the conversation, but your discernment will get to a level where like you're kind of like zoned out. As soon as someone starts trying to manipulate you, like you'll zone back in and be like, oh, this person's trying to manipulate me. Like that's how strong your discernment's gonna get. And it's kind of scary to imagine that we went a big chunk of our lives not knowing about this stuff. Like once again, I thought everyone like thought like me, and I thought everyone was being genuine out there. And then after you awaken, you discover that like a majority of people are just playing a game. And for people that don't know a game is being played, they love being around you because you're just like easy and you're just easy food to them. And when I say easy food, it's like energy. Like they're able to just drain you and drain you. Some of you guys was having like low self-esteem, low confidence, wondering like why do you always feel this way? Whole time it was the people that was around you. And then if you're constantly drained, you can't manifest like a good reality for yourself. Some of you guys, like when you were younger, you're looking around and wondering like why is everyone like evolving faster than you? Whole time like you had like witchcraft that was constantly being done on you from like your family members, from your friends. You be thinking to yourself like, why don't you believe in yourself? And that comes from like a lot of your guys' parents. Some of you guys grow up like in narcissistic family systems, and that's how you know like you signed up for like the hardest level. Because some people, they sign their soul contracts and they look at the narcissistic family checkbox and they're like, oh, no, 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 I'm not checking that, not checking that. And some people get born in normal families and they start battling this stuff like a little bit later on in their journey. Some of you guys signed up to start level 100 like since the day you were born. And that's only because you knew that like by putting yourself in that hard situation, you will gain the knowledge earlier than other people and be able to awaken and do what you got to do faster. But yeah, if you guys signed up to be in a narcissistic family system, you guys are very brave. Like Paulette said, out the gate, 5 and 6 already fighting battles that no kid should be fighting. Having your own family try to destiny swap with you, putting their problems on you. Family making you feel like you're the worst person in the world. You're like, damn, I'm like 9. Like, what's going on? Looking at you like mad dogging you in the house, and you're just a kid playing video games or just chilling. Some of you guys had your mom being in competition with you, your dad being in competition with you. All this weird stuff you experience like later on in life, like you were experiencing this stuff like in the household. For us, like it's hard to believe that there's some families out there where they just want the absolute best for their child. I used to think that was like a fairy tale until like, I start like observing like other family systems. But for us, like you had like your dad being in competition with you. You're like, what is going on? Like we're on the same team. You start probably getting a better job or you get a car. They start mad dogging you. Like, who do you think you are? You're like, you brought me into this world. Like, what are you talking about? My win is your win and vice versa. But some of your family members don't be seeing stuff like that. Some of you guys be trying to get like this perfect sibling relationship with you. But then you come to find out that your siblings in competition with you for your parents' love. but then your parents are narcissistic, so they're like putting you guys together. A lot of you guys was born in a spiritual battlefield this whole time, and that all that stuff kind of strengthened you more as like you were growing up. Because if you guys can go against your family and survive that stuff and thrive, what really can life throw at you at this point? If you guys can go through the narcissistic families, being friends with people that hated you, some of you guys was like in narcissistic relationship. At that point, you're like, I just have me at this point. And if you guys can honestly have that self-love and you understand all you need is you, that will help you elevate like very fast. A lot of people can't think like that because they haven't been through the trials and tribulations that you have been through. And how you know a lot of people haven't been through this stuff is you can try to explain this stuff to other people, they're not going to understand you. How many of you guys ever tried opening up to your friends and they couldn't understand you no matter how much you tried to like reference this stuff? If you try to explain this stuff to someone that had a normal family or someone that hasn't been dealing with this demonic stuff, they will always make you the issue like in the situation because they can't even fathom that this stuff is even real. You tell someone your parents were jealous of you, they're like, oh, you're conceited. What, your parents are jealous of you? Stop thinking like that. Your parents just want what's best for you. What are you talking about? You probably did something to make them do that. Nah. That's why there's only a few people that's on this frequency where you can talk about this stuff. I'm in this chat talking with you guys, and we'll have you guys down in the chat. You guys will be like, facts. Oh, that happened to me. You guys went through that too? This is not a normal thing. People out there, they have like these normal family systems. They have friendships where they're like friends for like, they're on their 15th friendship anniversary. And you guys haven't got that. You guys have got people trying to take you out your whole life. Other people are going on a friend vacation and you're here like battling at your 5th demon of the year or something. Friends are going on a cruise vacation. And right now you're in a humiliation ritual of like people plotting to take you out. It's like with friends, guys, you guys got to be very careful. You guys have a rare anointing that will make a lot of people jealous of you. And when people are jealous of you, they will do some very weird things. Some things that will make you think like, are you crazy? Am I tripping? Am I perceiving this the right way? You would think you're so crazy. You would try to open up to other people like, hey, look, I think like, can you help me see this the right way? And they haven't went through something like that. So like they'll give you like the veil answer, like behind the veil answer. Like maybe you just got to communicate. Maybe you just got to see it from their side. And you guys are so empathetic. You be believing like the bad advice. You guys be believing the Matrix answers. All this stuff is designed to keep you within the Matrix. You're going to go back. You're like, you know what? Maybe I haven't seen it from their side. They keep you in a situation you're not supposed to be in. You go back to that person, and then you end up in an even weirder situation. And that's like the lonely part about this journey. You kind of have to like just kind of pay attention and listen to your own thoughts. Because a lot of people out there are trying to gaslight you. And a lot of it is not malicious. A lot of people are just going off of a program. Because think about it, they really don't know. If someone hasn't walked in your shoes and seen the things that you have seen, it's kind of like understandable of why they can't perceive it. Even your therapist too. Some of you guys be trying to open up to your therapist. They start opening up their eyes wide. They start writing in their notebook and trying to make you seem like you're crazy. And that's why like a lot of you guys will end up thinking you're crazy because there's so very few people that can validate your experiences. It wasn't until you guys start getting on TikTok, the algorithm starts showing you a video here and there. You're like, wait, this is what I went through. You start reading the comments. People are saying your exact thoughts back to you. And you're like, finally, There's people out there that understand me. That's why you'll think you're alone out there until you get online. Like, you can only really relate to people online. Because trying to find people that think like you out there in the wild is going to be very rare. And people that can't understand you, a lot of them, they will purposely misunderstand you because they're the ones out there doing the traumatizing, which is crazy. If you have someone that's so committed to understanding you, they're one of these demons that's on this list right here. And you guys got to start like being able to categorize people into that list. The very same people that's going to tell you like, oh, you're being negative, people aren't like that, they're not jealous, is going to be the same person trying to take you out. And it's very crazy seeing it happen in real time because people tell on themselves every single time, and you just got to pay attention. It's a very weird phenomenon when you have discernment. They will be talking, and it's like God will just like make them start revealing what they're about to do to you. And then you be thinking to yourself, like, why did that person just say that to me? You be talking to someone, they'll be like, yeah, I went to the mall, I did this yesterday. Or I end up manipulating someone with this tactic and this tactic. And you're like, yo. And then when you guys hear stuff like that, you guys got to decide if you're going to listen, take God's warning, and get away from that person. Or, as I said earlier, are you going to give people the benefit of the doubt? And remember, guys, giving people the benefit of the doubt on this journey is very dangerous. A lot of you guys be seeing, what's up, Slim Dunk? How are you? Some of you guys be knowing people are, like, I don't even have to say anything. Like, I'm not telling you guys anything else that is new. I'm just repeating back information to you guys that you guys already know. Because if you guys are in this chat, you guys have discernment. You guys be out there walking the Christ path. You guys are in your Christ consciousness. You guys be feeling a Judas is around you. You guys be seeing into the future and knowing that that person is potentially gonna betray you. But then you guys start trying to argue with your divine gifts, and then if you guys start arguing with your divine gifts from God, you guys only have yourself to blame when what happens next. Because God will literally show you like, oh, look, this person is about to betray you. And then you will literally look at God and be like, nah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then God will give you more chances. But if you're constantly trying to make excuses for someone, eventually they're going to do something so weird to you, something that's so demonic that now at this point you're forced to walk away from them. And the longer you stay around someone you're not supposed to be with, the worse it's going to get. Because like Ryan said right there, sometimes people some people take you as like a challenge sometimes. It's weird to say, a lot of people out there, they don't want to connect with you. A lot of people have very demonic ulterior motives. And a lot of these motives you're not going to understand because you don't think like that. So when people start doing these weird things, you be like, why are they doing this? You like, sometimes you really try to understand somebody, like, why are you doing this? Sometimes people hate you, but they still choose to be around you as well. You be thinking to yourself, like, if you know someone is a narcissist, someone is a destiny swapper, a monitoring spirit, you guys get away from people. Other people, they really be thinking to themselves, like, I hate you, but I'm gonna stay around you. And they start like doing these psychological warfare games with you. And the psychological warfare, sometimes like it's so subtle that if you don't have this knowledge, you be thinking you're going crazy. You're like, are they manipulating me right now? Because remember, it's new levels, new devils. Sometimes you, like in the beginning of your journey, you start meeting people where it's very obvious. There's some people out there where all they do is just study manipulation, like day and night, watching manipulation videos, reading manipulation books, meditating, asking. Some people ask for like stuff for themselves for a better life. Some people are praying to like to demons to try to get like stronger demonic gifts to be able to manipulate people. Because some people are just obsessed with control, and that's just it at the end of the day. And once again, it's very hard to like accept that because you be thinking like you just want to be out there, you just want to connect with people. If you have a conversation with somebody, you're like, let me see if I like you, then we could be friends. Some people literally only have conversations with you to get information out of you, which is like very weird. And remember, that's monitoring spirits, guys. Monitoring spirits. If you guys have dealt with monitoring spirits just trying to get information out of you, drop ones in the chat. You be thinking you're having like a cool conversation with somebody, and you're like, oh, that was a cool conversation. You're like, I was able to finally open up and show a little bit of my real self. A couple weeks later, they end up using that information on you, and you're like, oh, here we go again. So sometimes you be thinking to yourself, like, how do you find yourselves in these situations? It's just some people play the part very, very well. Very, very well. You guys got to move in silence. Like, you guys cannot be telling people what you got going on. If you guys also get into it with the narcissist, this is a pattern that's going to happen. You're going to get into it with the narcissist. You're going to be thinking like, all right, I'm going to walk out that person's life. All is good. Some people out there, they be plotting on you like a supervillain. Some people don't like that you were able to get away from like their evil plan. They be thinking like, no, they got away. I got to try to ruin this person. But that person no longer has access to you. So what they'll do is they'll send someone else to try to finish the job, or they'll send someone to like get information out of you. You guys got to know when that happens, because a lot of times when you get into it with a narcissist, you end up being vulnerable. You're like, how could this happen to me? Why did they do this? And then you be wanting to talk to someone about the situation, and that's when the flying monkey comes in. And they are very convincing if you don't know what's going on. The flying monkey will come like, hey, what's going on? Like, I heard this will happen. Oh, you're right. Hey, I always knew that person was bad. Are you okay though? Is there anything I can get you? And you're there talking to the person, and you're like, hey, like, thank you. Thank you. I felt alone. I don't know why that person did that to me, but thank you for hearing me out. And then once again, it was a trap. Now you're in another boss battle. They take that information, go back to the narcissist, and now you're in another battle that you didn't ask to be in. You guys got to be on guard every time, because like you never know where this stuff can come from. They know how to like mirror you to get you to open up. Those same people that be trying to get you to open up, one way to know that like someone is trying to spy on you and they're trying to get information, try to talk about something you want to talk about. Energy vampires, monitoring spirits, narcs, they don't care about you. So if you try to talk about something you got going on and they try to change the conversation immediately, they try to go back to the drama, they just look at you like, why are we talking about this right now? Like, oh, that's a demon and you need to get away from them. Like, what's something you guys like talk about spirituality, something about you, like just be like, hey, do you know this and that? They will look angry at you for like even trying to talk about that. How many of you guys be having people like that? Like you be trying to talk about, like try to have like a genuine conversation, but you can tell like they're trying to get something from you. Like they don't care to have like a genuine conversation with you. And when it comes to energy vampires, when you guys vibrate at this level, a lot of people are going to like the fact that they could just drain you and you're not going to do anything about it. You guys need to find people that is on a similar frequency to you, because you will be noticing that with those people, you guys have a genuine conversation. You leave those conversations feeling rejuvenated. You be leaving those conversations feeling like heard, validated. Some of you guys be like surrounded by conversational narcissists. If you guys know what that is, drop ones in the chat. Drop ones in the chat. But beware of conversational narcissists. All they do is they try to drain you in the conversation. They just talk about themselves, talk about themselves, talk about themselves. If you try to talk about yourself at all, like they get angry. Like, who do you think you are? You're trying to have like a normal conversation. They're like, this isn't a normal conversation. I'm here to drain you, and you're gonna like let me do it, and that's gonna be that. Those types of people, you gotta like either set a boundary or get away from them. And some of you guys be like surrounded by these people at your job. You be at your job just trying to mind your business, keep your head down, and someone just comes. And the crazy thing about these types of people is they can literally talk for like an hour and they won't ask you anything. Like they'll just go on a monologue for like a whole hour. Hey, ooh, appreciate the follow. And if you even try to say anything, you just tell like you could give them 30 minutes to talk, 40 minutes to talk, and no matter where you interrupt them at, they're gonna get very angry about it. They don't reciprocate facts. And I ran. I love that song. It's inevitable. Hey, Slim Dunk, appreciate you. Hey, guys, tap into my YouTube. Link is gonna be pinned right there. It feels like it's everyone. Yeah, when you're walking this path, it is gonna feel like that. That's why a lot of us we don't really be outside like that, to be honest. If you guys are currently out there still trying to find friends, still trying to like date and stuff like that, yeah, I commend you guys. Me, I'm waiting till the planet gets into 5D because right now it is very like demonic out there. A lot of people are playing these type of little games. And it's not everybody, but once again, like that person said, it does feel like it's like everybody. The spiritual community is going to be like, hey, look, you attract what you are. And if you get to this one, a lot of people in the spiritual community think that if you get to a certain level, like you completed the level, and now like life is like, you will never come across another bad person ever again. Law of polarity. When you get to a certain level, like you'll attract a lot of like good people. But on the opposite side of that spectrum, you'll attract like a lot of bad people. New levels, new devils, if anything. That level 1 demon you took down like a year ago, that's not what reality is going to throw at you present day now. You pass certain tests, and now life is going to send more harder demons. But if you guys stay in the mindset of you're always learning, it always benefits you. Because the more demons you guys take out, the bigger your blessings are going to be. Remember, we signed a soul contract to come down here and be a part of the spiritual warfare. The planet is in a very bad spot, and it needs some people to be down here. Because without you guys even knowing, you guys are out here exposing demons without you even trying, because that's just the energy that you have within you. All these demons on here, they have a lot of people under like witchcraft, and they can't see them for who they are. You be out here just chilling, and people just start spazzing out, and you don't even be knowing what be going on, because when you get around certain individuals, the demon that's in them, they can't help but get possessed and try to take you out in that moment. Some people don't even be knowing what be going on. Sometimes people attack you, and then they go home and they ask themselves, like, why did I do that? Because also too, like how life is supposed to work is you're supposed to expose these demons, and they're supposed to be like, why did I do that? Let me do shadow work. Let me figure this out so I don't get triggered again in the future. A lot of people don't be doing that though. It's kind of scary to see, like, some people stopped trying to grow a long time ago. And that's why you have a lot of people that is like, they're kids in adult bodies. It's very weird to see. You could be talking to someone that's like 40 years old. They stopped growing in high school. So that's why they keep doing like these little high school games with you. And that's why, like, you got to kind of like look at people, and when you talk to them, you got to kind of go off of their soul instead of their vessel. Some people I talk to, like, I just give them ages, like, immediately. If I'm dealing with this demon that keeps attacking me, keeps doing these manipulation tactics, they might be 35, but I'm looking at you like a 15-year-old. And if you're able to kind of look at people like that, it kind of makes it easier dealing with them. Because once again, what kind of gets you frustrated is thinking, why are we acting this way in our grown age? Why are you acting like that if you're a rational person? A lot of people out there aren't rational. A lot of people out there aren't adults. So when you're able to kind of look at people like that, it's like a kid pretty much. If a kid came up to you and started like kicking you and being annoying, you're not gonna like be like, why are you doing this? Da, da, da. You're like, oh, this is a kid. Like, where's your parent? Like, I'm gonna walk away from you. Like, that's how you gotta treat people out here as well. And that's why the best piece of advice in spiritual warfare is to not react to people. When people are able to like start doing things to you and you're just able to disconnect and you're like, oh, okay. It's just like a weird person, demonic person. And you stay calm and ultimately understand that when people attack you, the more they attack you and you don't react, the more you're going to elevate in this reality. Once you start to understand how to alchemize energy and that type of stuff. And that's why you'll have a lot of people be mad at you. Because a lot of people, their goal is to break you. Their goal is to make you depressed. Their goal is to have you in your bed crying and thinking like, why did you do that? The funny thing about God is like what he'll do is he'll let certain people attack you. He'll give those people their karma. And then he'll bless you right in front of those people. And that's why like a lot of people will crash out over you. Because it's not supposed to go that way. They thought it was supposed to go a whole different way. And that's why we had to go through our humiliation rituals. We had to go through our isolation season. Because when they broke us all those years ago, or whenever it happened to you guys, after passing that, what more can like life really throw at us at this point? If we're able to hit our rock bottom, deal with all these demons start jumping us and stuff like that, now we're at a point where like people can do stuff to us and they be thinking that like, oh, this is going to be the one that gets them. We already passed this test like a year ago or something, or years ago. And that's the funny thing of seeing like when people think that when they do something to you, that this is going to be the worst thing that you ever went through. You guys will be freaking out a lot of people when they do stuff to you. You don't react and you just walk away. When people do stuff to you, you're like, okay, and you walk away. You're going to freak out a lot of people because people are going to be like, they never seen that before. So then they're going to start thinking like you're like an evil like manipulator, or you're like some type of warlock, a narcissist. And they're going to think that you're out there plotting your revenge and stuff like that. When all you did was like, oh, it is what it is. And you just walked away from them. And now you're going to have these people paranoid that you're like plotting your revenge out there. And that's why you have people that like do you wrong. But after they do you wrong and burn that bridge, they will like stalk you because they think you're planning something. If you guys have had that happen, drop ones in the chat. Like someone did you wrong and now they won't stop watching you because they're trying to see what you're going to do next. And you throw them off with like you're just continuing like your normal routine, because remember, whatever they did was supposed to knock you off the map. But then when you still continue your routine and you're not really reacting to it, they start getting scared. They start getting paranoid. They start thinking like, what is this person planning right now? Some of you guys be having people so paranoid, they think that you're like spying on them. It's like you kind of flip the script. Like everything they did to you, they think you're doing it and that you're in control. And then people end up driving themselves insane when you're literally just trying to move on with your life. And that's why people should just leave you alone, because like people trying to mess with you is going to destroy their mental health. Some people ask like, yo, the narcissist never gets their karma. Why doesn't it happen? Trust that they do. That mental anguish that they start going through after you just walk away from them be throwing off their life like big time. And remember, our thoughts create our reality. So if you have someone out there right now paranoid that you're going to expose them, that you're going to do something to them, they're only going to start manifesting more bad into their life, and they're ultimately doing it to themselves. And the crazy part about it is you guys have discernment. When you guys hit a certain level, you know when someone gets their karma. Sometimes people will just snitch on themselves. They'll let you know what karma happened to them. And some people, without them saying anything, you can see that they're going through it like very crazy. They'll try to go on social media or something and try to act like they're happy. They know that like you believe in divine protection, you believe in karma. So some people will attack you and then they'll be on social media like so happy, like I'm having the time of my life. Whole time like you're looking at like if this person does pop up in your reality, you could see beyond like the illusion and you're like, oh, this person is going through it. And for a lot of people, they can't like you start looking like what you are, you start looking like what is kind of going on within you. People can't keep being demons out here and thinking that they're not gonna like pay the consequences. There's some people that keep being demonic and they start like looking like older. They start looking more demonic. Sometimes like you'll deal with a demon and then like you won't see them like for like a couple months, a couple years, and you be thinking like, what happened? Because also too, some people like this vampire stuff is real. Some people will be around you to make themselves look better because as they are around you, they're like draining you and they're making themselves look better. They're making themselves look younger because you are providing that person with happiness. And then you remove yourself, that destiny swap is no longer going to be a thing. And now they start looking like they're really going through it. They try to go find another supply source. They start to realize that, like, oh, your energy, you can't just find that energy anywhere. After they discard you or after you walk away, they try to go to Walmart to kind of to try to find your energy again. And then they start to realize that, like, oh, the grass isn't greener on the other side. And that's when they try to come back to you because they're like, you know what? I know that I made it seem like you were the issue. I know I gossiped about you. I told everyone you were a demon. But now they're like, they need you back in their life because these people be suffering and they be going through it. And remember, you don't be seeing all of this stuff happen behind the scenes. If you know that you were a good person in someone's life and you had nothing but genuine intentions with that person and you decide to walk away, trust that they start going through it. Because a lot of people too, like they destiny swap, but some people start believing the illusion. They start to believe that their energy was what was providing like the paradise. They start thinking they were the only ones that was like doing it. In a relationship dynamic, guys, whether it's a friend or whether it's a relationship, the way you know that you weren't the issue is pay attention to what happens after you walk away from the person. Who's the one that gets to glow up? Who's the one that gets more happier? And who's the one that starts going through it? Your whole family try to slime you out. Hey, welcome to this journey. The path less traveled. So they realized they can only get that energy from Nordstrom's. Facts. Also pay attention to people that is happy when you guys are kind of going through bad times. If you guys notice that with the individual, know that that is an energy vampire. People that are truly for you are going to want you to do good. So if you start talking about like, oh, I got this going on, and they start looking like visibly upset, that is a monitoring spirit and you need to get away from them. Only happy when you're miserable. Exactly. Some of them be hiding it, and what be throwing me off is that some of them don't even hide it. You guys ever told someone you had like a good thing happening in your life and they look visibly upset? Like they start mad dogging you, they look like they want to fight you. If that's happened, drop ones in the chat. Before we had any of this knowledge, we will always try to rationalize this stuff. Looking back, these people were telling on themselves this whole time, but we just never saw it. They do like the most demonic thing, and we don't have this knowledge, and we be trying to like, did I really see that? Now that you think back to what was going on, and they try to like, they look like they want to fight you, this and that. These people be telling on themselves like in real time. These energy vampires will get to a point where they don't even hide it anymore. Some energy vampires will start hitting you up like, I need your energy. I can't survive without your energy. Get away from that person immediately. But if you don't have this knowledge, you start rationalizing this stuff. You're like, you don't even think that's like a weird thing to say. You're just like, oh, okay. I got you. On my way to give you my energy. Barika, appreciate it. The best thing I did was be private in my life. That's the best thing you can do. You guys will notice like the more private you are, like the better your life will get. But like when you're trying to tell everyone what you got going on, these monitoring spirits will destroy you guys. And that goes for family as well. For example, it's still standing. What's up? I don't know if I said what's up to you. But for example, like let's say you have like a monitoring spirit in the family. Let's say you got a vision that you want to open up a business or something. This is how infectious a monitoring spirit's energy can be. Sometimes they take that information to the spiritual realm so they can sabotage you. Sometimes they'll sabotage you right then and there because you'll go to a monitoring spirit like a family member and tell them, hey, look, I want to start this food truck business. I know I can make it. I know I can take off. They'll tell you like, isn't that business oversaturated? Don't we already have enough food trucks? Why, like, what's going on at your job? Like, why are you thinking about doing something different? Just them saying that, like, you're not going to notice it, but that's enough to make you throw off your whole life path. A lot of people are going to tell you that you can't do something, but if you can close your eyes and you can envision it, you can make it happen in this reality. It's just that we're around so much archons, so much Agent Smiths, so much people trying to put their limiting beliefs on you that it makes it very dangerous trying to open up to somebody. And a lot of these vessels don't even know they're being used because sometimes like you'll have a parent that is like a good parent and they come from a really good place. They're like, they just want what's best for you. But the whole time that's a monitoring spirit operating through them to throw you off. If you want to do something, go and do it. Trust me, like you can do anything in this reality. Our thoughts create our reality. If you are praying and you're trying to manifest something, it's gonna happen for you. But these demons out here, they don't want you to get to your highest timeline. They don't want you to manifest, be able to get your dream reality, because we're in a crabs in a bucket type of reality. All these demons, they're not happy with themselves. You guys think narcissists love themselves? What's the answer in the chat, guys? You guys think narcissists love themselves? They be acting like it. They be trying to project like they're the best person in the world, that they can do whatever, this and that. If you can read a narcissist's mind, you will see how depressed they actually are. And you can see that's why they're trying to like seek out other people to drain them. But because we live in a crabs in a bucket type of mentality where you have demons that aren't happy, they don't want other people to get to the top. And that's why you have a lot of people switch up on you as you are on your ascent to the top. And as you guys are going up, you guys got to be able to see that stuff and not let it affect you. You guys are going to lose a lot of people on this journey. You guys are going to have some people do the most heinous things of all time. If you guys have been on this journey for a minute, you guys are seeing it. Some things you've seen, like you can't even believe that happened to you when it came to a friend or a family member. You probably can't even say it out loud because you're like, who's going to believe me? But as you are going up, not everyone is going to like you succeeding. Jealousy is a very dangerous thing. Some people get taken out because someone is so jealous. You be seeing these celebrities, they make it, they get up, and they go back to their hometown to try to give back and stuff like that. And then you got hometown haters trying to take them out. You guys be dealing with that stuff like on a micro level. And as you go up, you're going to deal with it more and more. You're going to be asking yourself, like, man, like, why would I want to be successful if it comes with all these people doing these different things to me? And then that's when some of you guys are going to have like a fear of success, because success doesn't change you. It just changes like the people that's like around you. You start seeing people do weird things and you start thinking to yourself, like, is this even worth like pursuing? And I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. You guys are here for a mission. You guys are here for a purpose. You guys can't let people like hold you back from doing what you want to do. And also understand that if you're at a position right now where you're like, everyone is like this, they all switch up. Look at this chat right now. We have almost 600 people in here. People in here that's not going to do this weird stuff to you. Some of you guys probably gave up on people a long time ago. We're spread out, but it's not impossible to find us out there. And if you stay in alignment, you will eventually find them. It's like a needle in a haystack out there. It's like the higher up you go, the weirder the behavior you're going to get from like the other individual. You guys got to find people that's like on the same type of timing as you guys. Equally yoked, thinking the same way. And people give themselves away. People will try to play a character. But if you pay attention to the pattern, you can tell that this person is potentially going to do this to you in the future. You got to trust your discernment and be able to trust that you can see into the future. You guys unlock your clear abilities. This was given to us to protect ourselves. God knew that he's going to give everyone free will. And with free will is going to come some demonic people. And the good people needed some things to kind of like even the playing field. I used to be like, yo, this is insane. Like, where is the backup? Where are the other people that's like me? Why is it everyone I encounter, why they like this? And then I start unlocking my abilities, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine now. Because now I can see it from like a mile away. But at one point, it's scary to admit, we was really out there blind and hanging with the demons. And that was like one of the worst times of our lives, to be honest. Some of us, we be wondering, like, how are we still here? By God's given grace, we were out there partying with the demons. We were at all the parties, the bars, being in the mix, telling everyone our deepest, darkest secrets, dating, just being part of hookup culture. That's when we were opening up portals to have these demons just like try to destroy us like immediately. And now that we got away from that stuff, like life is very peaceful. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, I had my old self being in the mix. These days, I'm by myself a lot more, but this is the happiest I've ever been, to be honest. If isolation has been like a happier period in your life, guys, drop ones in the chat. A lot of people are scared to be by themselves. A lot of people get manipulated to chase because they're scared to be by themselves. Us, we be scared to be a part of like some demonic stuff. So we actually love our alone time. It's peaceful that way. You don't have no one out there trying to manipulate you, trying to recruit you to the Hunger Games. And that's why when people push you in unnecessary drama, that we get very annoyed by that, because we barely talk to people as it is. So if I somehow had to talk to you and you put me through some drama, you're going to cut them off like very fast. Like, you guys do not play any type of games. You guys have become very strict on this path. You guys run a very strict program. If you guys run strict programs, run a 1 in the chat. So strict that if someone even thinks about trying to manipulate you, you're gone with the wind. They're like, what? Why didn't you allow me to manipulate that? This is how people be like in the behind the scenes. Like, how did they see it? You guys be like 10 steps ahead of people. All you have to do was like not be around people for a minute. Just go within. You start realizing all the answers are within. You guys start watching the right videos, just paying attention. And now you guys can just like see through people. Like, it's very weird. But people don't know that you can see through them. So it's like they try to play in your face. And then you gotta like, you guys be cutting off people for things they don't even know you know about. And they get very sloppy when they think you're dumb. And that has been like a skill that you guys have. A music, appreciate that. That's been like a skill that you guys have like learned as well. It's like just playing dumb. When you act like you don't know what's going on, it's like people get very sloppy to the point where like they just start admitting to what they're doing like right in front of your face. And then when you cut people off, they start crying, and they really be crying to people. And you don't even have to believe me, like it be happening to you guys, because they be going to other people and telling them like they cut me off for no reason. They're horrible. Yo, if you don't allow people to manipulate you, they get very like obsessive. People don't like the fact that you didn't let them complete their evil plan, and they start going to go cry to people that you know. And the crazy thing about it is, you because you are with yourself every single day, you don't know how strong your discernment is until you get like a reflection off of somebody else. So they go to the other person and they really have the other person manipulated, and they really be trying to come back to you, like trying to figure it out. Like, yo, they're like, why'd you do that to them? They're good. And you'd be like, oh, wow, you really just see through reality, because how is no one else seeing this? You be the only one in the room. Like everyone is like laughing at this person's jokes. Everyone is thinking they're the most charismatic person. They be like, yo, this is like Jesus in the flesh. And then you be looking at them from the corner of the room. It's like, that's a demon. A coworker be coming up to you like, hey, isn't John amazing? He's the best. He just bought everyone donuts, this and that. And you be looking at the person and you see the energy on them. You're like, yo, you don't tell them, but in your head, you be like, yo, that's a demon. You're not going to say anything, because you know if you say something, they're going to make you the demon. These demons are very crafty. Like as soon as you try to point someone out and like, yo, that's the demon, they try to destiny swap with you immediately. That's like a not even like a negotiable. If you try to let them know like, hey, that's a narcissist, they will try to make you them, and they will try to swap identities with you. That's when they'll start trying to provoke you. They'll start trying to like poke at you, and you be in your head like, yo, like, hey, like I'm not trying to expose you. Mark, appreciate it. Walking in public is holy crap. I have ascended. Facts. But yeah, sometimes you be looking at these demons like, hey, look, I'm not even trying to expose you. You can be weird over there. I'll stay over here. A lot of times they can't leave you alone, because once they know you know, and sometimes these demons do be having like their demonic discernment. Some of them don't know, but some of them definitely know that you know based on like how you're moving. You be trying to like sometimes you be trying to pretend like you're like, all right, like I don't see you, we're good, this and that. But you do something that makes them know that you know, and now they make you some type of target, and now they're like, I'm gonna keep attacking this person. Never underestimate how strategic someone can actually be. You guys be like thinking in your head, you just be focusing on yourself. You be thinking like, what am I gonna eat tonight? I might go to the gym. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Some people lock onto you, and they start thinking like of an evil plan to like do something heinous to you. Whole time you're focused on yourself, and someone is making up like some manipulative strategic plan from the distance. Some people want to drain you so bad that they meet you, and then they start researching different manipulation tactics. We're in a generation right now where these demons, like these narcissists, will interact with you, and they will start plugging your actions into ChatGPT. They will start plugging your actions into AI, because they're trying to figure out what is the right way to manipulate you, because they know that you see through them, and they think that AI is going to save them from your discernment. Smart technology, appreciate it. Probably I'm gonna do a panel on Monday, so probably then I'll let you up if anything. But yeah, guys, you guys got to be aware of that as well. A narc knows that you know. They start plugging your actions into them. And the only thing is, AI is not going to be able to beat your discernment because on one hand you got like technology, and on the other hand you got like a God-given ability. So it's like, what do you guys think is going to win? Like ChatGPT or divine gifts? And that's another reason people are going to crash out, because they're going to think like, how did this person win? What's going on? It's like, come on now. But some people don't ever believe that good can triumph over evil. They assume that because you're good, because you go off of morals, they think they have you beat on the instance that they are willing to do whatever it takes. But because you operate from the place of good, you have God fighting your battles in the distance. So all these times when you are taking down these covens, you are taking down these warlocks and these narcs, you're not doing anything. If anything, you're just ignoring people. You're letting them do what they do, and then God comes and strikes them immediately. And then people will project onto you. They will think you're doing something evil out here. And then enter the smear campaign, because people aren't going to be able to accept the karma that is delivered. People aren't going to accept that you beat them in their own game. If you guys have dealt with the smear campaigns, drop ones in the chat. When you guys first start going through the smear campaigns, you guys probably didn't know what was going on. The first smear campaign you went through, you heard the rumor. You're like, why are they saying that? I have to go defend myself. You start pulling out the evidence. You start getting the text messages. It's like you're going to court for the most part. You start pulling out the paperwork, shuffle it together. You're like, all right, I'm going to go clear my name because people care about the truth, and that's going to set me free. Trying to defend yourself was like the worst thing you could have ever done, because you start to realize you're dealing with demons that do not care about the truth. You went out there, you presented your evidence, you tried to like defend yourself, and you ended up in even more witchcraft. They stomped you out, and then you start thinking to yourself like, oh, I'm not supposed to defend myself in these situations. And now a narc can lie on you. These demons can do like a whole smear campaign, try to ruin your reputation, and now you just ignore it. And trust, guys, we all go through it. If you guys are in this chat, you guys saw the ones. We all deal with the smear campaigns. And you're going to deal with that like your whole life. One is on the way. And I'm not saying that to like make you guys scared or something. I'm saying it more for the fact to empower you guys, to let you know that for one, you're not alone. When you are going through a smear campaign, there's someone out there going through the same thing. And then two, you empower yourself when you are aware and understanding that it doesn't do anything to you. Someone can say the craziest lie about you, and you got to start reframing the unhinged witch. Appreciate it. You got to start, you can reframe your thoughts in the way of, the bigger the lie, the more people that are recruiting against you, the bigger the blessing you're going to get in this reality. And that shows the growth that you're going to make in this journey. Level 1 you was like, why is this happening? They're lying. And now you get to the point where you're like, oh, I'm probably on the brink of a breakthrough. I'm probably about to get blessed. And you just start ignoring this stuff. Seen, unseen, appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, these smear campaigns are crazy, guys. You guys are going to start hearing like the craziest things being said about you. The goal like is to make it so crazy that you be thinking to yourself like, no one would say a lie like that. Like, this is so dumb. Like, is there truth to this? Am I doing this? If you guys go through a smear campaign and you go back to the crib and you're like, did I do this? That's when they win. You guys gotta like stay grounded in your reality. And it's gonna be very hard, because when you go through a smear campaign, people, it's not like a black and white thing. It doesn't mean everyone that believes the smear campaign is like a bad person, but a lot of them are. Smear campaigns, for the most part, they reveal people that was like always against you. Some of you guys probably be thinking that like everyone around you is like for you, they're on your side. The smear campaign is going to show you people is hating on you from like day one. And when you finally see it, you're gonna be like, damn, like, because some people can hide very well. For all the discernment you have, like, you're not gonna be all knowing. You're gonna be able to catch 90% of people and what they're doing. But there's gonna be someone out there where you're like, yo, this is I plot twist. Hey Bobby, appreciate the galaxy. Thank you. That's what makes a TV show interesting though. You really gotta treat your life like the actual Truman Show. Sometimes I'd be looking at this stuff, it just makes it interesting. I'm like, oh, I did not see that. Like if someone was watching your show, that betrayal from the person you least expected is gonna be the person like watching with the popcorn, like, whoa, season finale, season finale. And you guys gotta know that like this just shows you who was always against you. Don't be gullible to think that, oh, they were being manipulated. They were on my side, but they tricked up. No. Sometimes people were like always against you, talking about you in a group chat, making up plans to get. Sometimes the people that you thought got manipulated was like the main one, was the one that started some type of group chat to like go against you. But you gotta like just have discernment and like know who you're dealing with, because once again, it's not a black and white thing. Some people in that group, there are some naive people out there that need people to think for them. Sometimes people find very naive people though, and those people think that you're actually a demon out here. They look at you and they see you smiling, they see you glowing, they see you looking like a positive person. Someone can really get manipulated to think you're the devil himself. And the things they be telling these people about you, they make it seem like if they don't do something about you, you're gonna take over the world or something. So then they have some people that's like in the group and they be thinking that they're about to do God's work by taking you out. And that be sad to see, because like when you ultimately come out on top, and trust, you will always come out on top. Like when you're divinely protected, it can be 5 people against you, 10 people. Some of you guys be going up against the whole hometowns, like 100 people and stuff like that. Like you always come out on top because you're protected. It's kind of sad sometimes to see the naive people when they realize that like you were never the enemy. But also understand that karma, the crime fits the punishment. So if you had like 10 people do the same thing to you, the people that was very aware, the people that was like leading the charge, their karma is going to be a lot more severe. If you had some people that was like genuinely naive, didn't know what was going on, they'll still get their karma, but not in the very extreme way as like the other people. But yeah, people start realizing that like you're not the one to play with. Because imagine this, like you guys are like empathetic people, so we have the ability to put ourselves in other people's shoes. Imagine like you're just chilling, right? You're chilling. And then you see a group of people going up against this one individual, and you're like, what's going on? What's going on? And then the group is like, yo, like, we're going against this person. They're demonic. They're doing this. We need to take them out. They hop on that bandwagon because logically, they see that like 10 people versus one person, they gotta win. Like, it's just there's no question about it. Then more people start joining in, 15. Because once people start hating you, it's like a hate train. You're gonna have people come out of the blue and say they always hated you just because they want to be a part of something. You probably had like one little disagreement with somebody, and now they're like, yo, I hate this person. Let's take them out. So then they're gonna join the bandwagon, come against you. They think that obviously numbers are gonna go against that individual. So think about it, when they come against you, the whole thing just comes crashing down, and they start panicking like, what happened? At that point, they're gonna want answers, because people be following people that they think is gonna lead them correctly, and the person that leads that charge, people are gonna start turning on that person. Because in this reality, energy can't be created nor destroyed. People want to come against you because they hate you. But if you survive whatever they had planned for you, now that hate got to go somewhere else. And now that hate got to go to someone in the group. They start fighting amongst each other. They start bickering. They're like, why do you lead us astray? They start getting their karma and the group be breaking apart. And that's what you guys are put here to do. You guys are put here to dismantle toxic groups. Because not everyone is strong like you guys. Not everyone is chosen to do these things. Many are called. A lot of people chose to ignore that call. For some reason, and sometimes I be thinking like, yo, I don't know why we did this, but you guys had this strong sense of justice. You guys answered the call. You guys knew going down this path was going to come with a lot of heartache, a lot of people hating you for no reason, a lot of people just being jealous and trying to take you out. But by you doing that, you guys do be protecting other people, whether you see it or not. Because those toxic groups, you're not the only one they tried to attack. They was out there traumatizing other people, but they don't know what's going on. They start crying. They start going through it. And a lot of times you guys come across people because you guys are the karma. You guys are that lesson to other people. You guys are the final boss. Because if you never came across that toxic group, they will still be out there to this day traumatizing other people. But they chose to do it on you, and now they're no longer friends. Check on that group that tried to do you wrong and see where they're at right now. Are they still friends? Are they still buddies? Are they still in that band of theirs? How many of you guys had a group go against you and it got dismantled immediately? Drop ones in the chat. Yo, Infinite, appreciate it. There's just some people you're not supposed to mess with, and you guys are one of those people. So these demons are going to come at you guys, and you guys have to like show them very fast like why that is like a bad idea. Because people look at you on the outside, they see you as like a Care Bear. They don't know what you've been through. You guys have like knowledge, like you guys are old souls. You guys got traumatized so much that you guys got like all this esoteric wisdom. If they could read your mind and know what you know, they would just have like left you alone. But they see you from afar. It's like, oh, that person's naive. This is an easy target. And then you got to start, you got to start coming in as that spiritual warrior and start like shaking things up. And then once again, God isn't vindictive. God is more so like these people go through their karma so they can like learn their lesson. When you guys go through these toxic groups, some people learn their lessons, but it's like a very small amount. A lot of people that you guys come across, they're not going to be able to accept like defeat or something. And those people, we call them the hard-headed ones, because if people will self-reflect, they attack you, they get their karma, they can learn and become better people and start manifesting better in their reality. But there's some people out there where they will just keep attacking you, and they will be in a state of karma. They'll attack you. God will take them out for like a couple weeks, a month, then they'll come back and attack you again. Some of you guys got some people attacking you for like years and just ruining their lives trying to like take you out. And some people out there, you can tell someone you're divinely protected. And once again, this is the part that kind of confuses me. Like I'm good at putting myself in other people's shoes, but this is like the one that confuses me. If I was in a demon's shoes and someone was out there saying they're divinely protected, I'm protected by God, I'm seeing your streak of taking down these demons, I would think the smart thing to do is like leave you alone. Maybe I don't believe in it, but someone that's out there saying they're divinely protected, that doesn't sound like someone I want to mess with. Because I don't know, are you crazy? Is this true? I'm going to be like, I don't want to find out. Some people hear that you're divinely protected though and take it as a challenge, which is insane. Some people will probably see you have divinely protected in your bio. They probably hear you say it in passing. They probably see you repost a video that says divinely protected, and they literally think, bet, I'm about to show them they're not divinely protected. and this is the other confusing part, because they'll be like, bet, they'll attack you, they will get the worst karma of all, and they'll try to rationalize it. They'll be like, that wasn't karma. Once I recover, I'm gonna attack again. And at that point, it's just natural selection. Some people aren't put on this earth to like learn lessons. Like some people are literally put here to help you elevate, to help you learn your lessons. Some people just want to be stuck in one position, and that's why these demons are what they are. They are people that went through so much trauma, they weren't able to figure it out. And yeah, we have empathy for them, but at the same time, you guys got to understand, you went through trauma too. That didn't make you become a narcissist. You didn't go through your traumas like, I'm gonna start destiny swapping with people. You didn't go through your traumas like, I'm gonna be in pointless competition, and if I lose, I'm gonna start attacking. Nah, you're like, I'm gonna figure this out. Yes, it was hard. Yeah, you had to do shadow work. You had to go through some crazy things to like discover who you are, but you didn't shy away from the work. You did it. Some of you guys went through something way worse than the narcissist, so there's like no excuses for being a demon. Some narcissists go through one traumatic event and give up immediately. If they were able to list out their trauma and how they are, you would assume that they probably went through like 100 times things that was worse than you. You look at like their track record, you're like, all right, is this it? All that happened is they got cheated on like one time. Someone got cheated on, now they're a supervillain for the world, and you're like, what is going on? If you look at your list, you got cheated on like 3 times. You went through the family trauma, the abuse. You had friends that hated you. You got fired from your jobs, false accusations, people hating you, and you guys didn't become evil. Every time you went through some traumatic event, you're like, it is what it is. Hey, I don't know why this stuff keeps happening to me, but it is what it is. And that expression, it is what it is, got you guys through a lot. Because you're like, no matter what I go through, I don't know why this keeps happening, but I'm gonna figure it out. Some people go through that one bad thing, they sell their soul immediately. They're like, if I can't beat them, join them. Some people out there are trying to traumatize you from like some trauma they went through like 30 years ago. And you're like, 30 years? 30 years? Like, and that's where they stop mentally growing, like from like the trauma that they're at. Once again, you guys don't understand it, why you're wired like this. That's just how you are. You guys could have became villains a long time ago, but you're like, you know what? I know everyone is doing this, but I'm choosing to still go this way. And that's why you guys are big targets out there in society. Because spiritual warfare, all they're trying to do is convert you to the other side. Some people convert very easily. Some people, it takes them like a little bit longer. A lot of demons are out there like, why isn't this person converting? What else can we throw at this person at this point? Demons be having meetings about you in the spiritual realm. They be G-stalking you. They be trying to figure out what to do with you. Because at this point, like, we have people cheat on them multiple times. We family members, we had them switch up on them. We made them not feel loved by anyone. What do you mean that person still loves themselves? This makes no type of sense. Well, do the humiliation rituals. Like, we already did that like 5 times. They just keep alchemizing it and getting stronger by the day. And that's why demons, like, they hate you. Because you just keep elevating. And God keeps using these people as like your footstool. Remember, put yourself in the shoes of like the demon. You know how scary it is to D Stewart, appreciate it. You know how scary it is for a demon to like traumatize you and think that, oh, this is gonna break them, and then you pop out the next week, whatever you use to alchemize that energy, you're smiling, more positive, you're becoming stronger. To a lot of demons, that's gonna become very scary, but there's always gonna be some demons out there that like want to make a name for themselves. And it's kind of sad to see a lot of these vessels be getting sacrificed in the process. Demons be getting very like desperate to get to you guys. You guys have noticed how far they're willing to go to get to you guys. A lot of you guys deal with G-stalking in the chat. I can't say that name out because I might get TikTok's gonna be weird. But if you guys deal with G-stocking, drop ones in the chat. They do the G-stocking, they try to figure you out, they try to manipulate, and they be sacrificing these vessels. Like, the vessel keeps going through their trauma and they don't want to figure it out. And all you can really do is sit back because you have the knowledge to understand why these things are happening. The crazy part about it as well, once again, I'm putting myself in the shoes of the demons. Their goal is to not make you realize who you are. Their goal is to not make you understand your potential. If I was on the demon side, I would have just left you alone, to be honest. Because the fact that they attacked you to begin with is why you understand who you are. The only reason we're on the other side is because they pushed us to the breaking point. And now we see through all this stuff. At one point in our life, we wasn't talking about narcissists, energy vampires, monitoring spirits. We was getting attacked so much that we had to go search for knowledge. We're like, yo, this stuff isn't normal. No one around me is validating these things that I'm going through. I'm asking. No one is like really like kind of giving me answers. So let me go figure this stuff out, because I don't think I'm anything special, but I keep getting targeted, and this has been happening my whole life. And then the exact thing that they tried to stop happening is what they made happen. Because now you start going down these rabbit holes and you start finding your crowd and your people, and you're like, oh, this is what's going on. Hey, smart technology, appreciate it. You never like thought someone could really be jealous of you. You never thought that your energy was anything special. Now you're a believer, honestly. The amount of jealousy, the hatred that you had to go through throughout your life, no one is ever going to understand how much it actually was unless they actually like walked your shoes. And that's why these people in this chat can understand you guys. And that's why this community is a beautiful thing. Because at one point in your life, you're like, yo, I'm the only one out here thinking like this. Some of you guys was ready to like live your life like a crazy person. You're like, you know what? Maybe I am crazy. I don't know what's going on. I'm the only one thinking like this. So, and then you guys start awakening, and then you guys start going further and start discovering, oh, you were never crazy. It's the other people around you that is crazy. It's the people that's like still within the matrix. If anything, right now, you're one of the few people that can see reality for as it actually is. But when you were first awakening, that's like a hard thing to accept, because you guys are very humble people. Sometimes you guys are a little bit too humble because you guys got stuck in that beginning part for a long period of time. You're like, there's no way I'm the only one seeing this. No, there's no way. And you guys were like, you guys would go have days where you would believe it. Then other days you'd be like, nah, I'm crazy. And a lot of you guys was in that battle for a minute until you was finally able to accept that, oh, you know what? I am one of the few people that awakened. Because if you guys made it to this other side, congratulations. W's in the chat for everybody. Hit the congrats in the chat. Because I don't know if you guys are looking around. There's not a majority of the world is not awake. There's only like 10% of us out here. And once again, that's me being generous. Some of you guys say 5%, 4%. You know how crazy that is to say? Like, you guys made it. There's some people, they go their whole lives without awakening. And some people got to do this life over and over and over. Some people are on their 50th time here and they still can't figure it out. But there was something about you guys, like something about you guys that made you be like, you know what? There's more than meets the eye. I know there's something else out there. Your curiosity got you far. It's made you a target. Let's not get it twisted. But it's also got you very far. And now you're on this other side fighting a spiritual warfare that you had no idea about. Ever since you awakened, life has not been the same. Night and day difference. Sometimes you think about your old life where you were ignorant, you wasn't awake, and you might miss it like a 10% of the time. But ultimately, you're happy you are on the other side because you would much rather know than to not know. Because when you were unawakened, it's not like these demons weren't around you. You just didn't know what was going on. You was thinking that you were the issue. You're like, why do I keep getting attacked? If it's everyone against me, then I obviously have to be the issue. That's a matrix way to think. Once you start to understand that it's not you, it's them, that's a very liberating feeling. Once you finally accept that you were never the issue, it was the people around you, that's when your life finally begins. That's when your real life begins. Because you guys are so empathetic, your whole life, someone would literally play in your face. Someone would literally do the most evil thing to you. And you will be thinking, what did I do to make them do that? Was it me? Did I do it? And all of that is witchcraft. And now you guys see through that stuff. And to this day, people will still be trying that on you. And when you don't be reacting to like the BS or the manipulation, you be scaring people. Because some people, all they can really offer out there is manipulation. What's up, Leia? What's good? When people know they don't have anything to offer you, I saw this in a video. When people know they don't have anything to offer you, they go straight into manipulation because they have to try to lower your perceived value. You guys got to recognize how much of a unicorn you are out there. Your light, your vibrational frequency, that makes you one of like the good ones. And a lot of people know that they don't deserve you. And because of that, they're going to try to lower your perceived value. And what's some things they'll probably do to try to lower your perceived value? When you get to a high enough vibration and people know you're one of those ones, they'll straight up just ignore you. How many of you guys have people just straight ignore you? Some 9 ether. You're like, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? Just look at you with disdain, like, who do you think you are? And you're like, what did I do? Did I not say it loud enough? And then you start being tricked out because once again, you view the world from like your positive lens. You be projecting yourself onto the world and just thinking everyone is an amazing person out there. People be doing some very weird things, guys. The more you discover, the more you just like don't want to deal with people at all. You can literally go out there. If someone is very threatened by you, they're going to try to get some type of control over you. Like, hi, how are you? I'm telling you. And some people, they'll like mispronounce your name on purpose to make you feel unimportant. Some people will act like they're your friend, but as soon as you get around other people, they start doing humiliation rituals immediately. Some people meet you like you're thinking like, oh, nice to meet you. They're thinking, I'm going to do a humiliation ritual on you at some point. Not right now, because I got to study you. I got to figure out what triggers you. And that's a weird thing to think. You guys have never thought like that. Imagine, like, once again, there's some things in this world where I try to put myself in their shoes and I can't understand it. I can never be having a conversation with somebody and being like, all right, this is their trigger. I'm going to remember that for the future and use it. That is a very weird thing to do. But with you guys got to be very protective of your energy, because when you guys go through all of this stuff and your frequency just goes up more and more and more, you guys can't give everyone access because you're going to hit this thing called the celebrity aura. Like, look at actual celebrities out there. You think like for example, you think Michael Jackson could just be friends with anybody? You think Michael Jackson could just be friends and everyone's going to be genuine with him? That's what you be going through with people. Like, people see you as like something that they can get from you. They look at you from like a conditional basis. A large percentage of the world doesn't believe in unconditional love because there's so very few people like you guys. To me, at least, unconditional love exists because I know I'm capable of it, and you guys in the chat are probably capable of it as well. But 90% of the world out there, they operate from the mindset of like love is conditional, and if you're not fulfilling some type of condition, I'm not going to want you in my life. And it sucks to say, some people, there's some family members that are even like that too. And if you guys are in the chat and you had people and you had family members love you conditionally, sending you guys positive energy in the chat. And everyone else in the chat, like, give these people positive energy. Some people never really experienced unconditional love. They have so much of it to give, but they got born into family system where it's like, you're going to be our slave. And if you're not doing this, we're not going to love you anymore. And that's a sad thing to see. And that's why, like, a lot of you guys are scared to date, because you know you're a rare soul who can love the proper way, but so very few people really like treasure that out there. A lot of lustful demons out there that you guys are seeing. You guys have come across a lot of succubus, incubus, warlocks, and you guys got to kind of like, I'm not saying not to date, but you guys got to vet people out, because dating the wrong person can really throw you off, like, completely. And beware, it's always, not always, but a lot of times it's always that person that wants you first. They try everything they do to get you. They pursue you for a long period of time. You finally give them a chance, and then 3 months later, they end up traumatizing you in the worst type of way. Be careful of the love bomber, guys. Love bombing is a manipulation tactic. It's witchcraft. If someone is telling you I love you on the first date, please get away from that person. If someone is telling you I want a kid with you the first date, get away from that person. I'm sorry. If someone is telling you the first date, like, hey, look, I've never felt like this before in my life. You make me feel a type of feeling I thought was long forgotten, and I think I want to get away from that person. That's a warlock right there. Because you guys do have discernment, and you guys are able to see through people. They know you have discernment, and what they're going to try to do is find other ways to get below your discernment. You guys be having the knowledge and still end up in these situations, and you're like, how didn't I see it? And that's because you was under witchcraft. One way to know you was under witchcraft when it came to like a romantic prospect is, as soon as you walked away from that individual, they looked a whole lot different. You finally got away from them. You looked at a picture. You saw them in person. And you're thinking to yourself, like, there's no way I dated this person. Like, what is going on? You'd be like, was I under a spell? And it'd be a spell. You guys seen the movie Obsession? Who in here has seen the movie Obsession? You guys gotta understand, hey, they be putting the truth like in these movies and these TV shows. The Matrix itself was a documentary. For those of you guys that saw Obsession, that be happening in real life. When you guys are like in like a relationship or a talking stage with somebody and you start acting crazy, you think that's a normal thing? When you're not with somebody, you're sane, you can see things correctly, you be moving the right way. You be in a relationship with somebody, you be like calling them so many times, you be crying, you're like, why are you doing this? That be a spell. People that is like for you, people that is like reciprocating the energy, they're not gonna have you feel that way. And it's hard to believe, but there's people out there that's had a normal relationship, but when you're at this frequency, you guys probably never had a normal relationship. Everyone you dated was trying to take you out in some type of way, trying to destiny swap, trying to drain your energy. And because of that, a lot of you guys are done with the dating game. Other people are out there, they're marrying their high school sweetheart. They're telling the story like, yeah, I met them in 9th grade, always knew they were the one. They get married, have a family. Unfortunately, if you're walking this path, that's not your reality. You got some lessons to learn. Everyone you meet is like some type of lesson, and you guys have got it strong, honestly. Because if you guys are in this chat, and you guys are resonating with the things that I am talking about, that means you guys have went through it. Like, you guys be telling me like, oh, he must have really went through it to get this knowledge. If you guys are on my frequent, I know you guys just went through it. And once again, positive energy to all you guys, because other people be dating and they be having all these like love stories. You guys be having horror stories, to be honest. But like I say, we got knowledge though. Some people don't know about warlocks. Some people don't know about narcissists. Now you guys are like super self-aware. You guys be seeing through reality, and you guys are seeing things that other people don't see. Because remember what I said about that person from the beginning? The person that married their high school sweetheart? You think if you told that person narcissism is a thing, demons are out here, what do you think that person will say to you? They will give you some type of like matrix answer. What's the answer they'll give you? If you're like, they're all narcissists and that, like, hey, look, hey, you just haven't met the right one. They're not all like that. They'll tell you something to kind of like from like their lens, when in reality you're really out here fighting for your life when it comes to people. But also understand that your person is out there. You just can't do quantity over quality. Quantity over quality. Yeah, it's going to be more so quality over quantity. When you guys were probably your worst versions, you guys probably had the most friends. You guys was probably dating the most people. Now you can't do that. If you guys try to like just date random people, God is going to remove that person from your life like immediately. If you try to like ignore this path when you're this deep in and try to have a talking stage, something weird is going to happen. You probably have these talking stages or relationships where you're like, I don't even, what just happened? They don't even qualify for talking stages at this point. When you guys are on this path, you got to be more so in alignment instead of chasing. Understand that your person is going to find their way to you when they're ready. But if you're in a state of lack, that's what these demons are like. That's what they're banking on. If you're in a state of lack, if you keep telling yourself like, I'm lonely, when am I going to find my person? That's when those demons are still going to come, because they are banking off of you being in your lower self. It's kind of like a paradox, but when you finally don't need somebody, that's the exact time that someone's going to find their way to you. Probably, and that's actually what I truly believe, because also to know that the person that is coming your way, they're trying to find their ways to you as well. But when you guys finally find yourselves in the path, this person had to learn lessons, you had to learn lessons. So when you finally get to them, you don't just self-sabotage. And that's why some of us, we got to kind of go within as well. Because let's say you did get that person that you wanted in your life. Are you going to be the type that's going to self-sabotage? Are you going to be the person that thinks you're not deserving and then you end up pushing them away? You got to get all that stuff figured out before you meet your person out there. And if a demon comes into your life, yeah, it's horrible. We're like, why did this person come? But ultimately, everyone that comes into your life is like a reflection. Like, it shows you like what you need to work on and stuff, and shows you what you need to do so you won't attract someone like that again in your life. Daughter of wisdom, appreciate the heart me. I'm happy by myself. Love to hear it. I'm currently a year on SR, going on a year and a month. Someone said I got my fly swatter. Get back, get back. That's how you gotta be. Like, understand that not everyone that comes your way is someone that is for you. As we all know in here, we've all experienced heartbreak, and a bad relationship can really throw you back. Spiritual warfare is designed to hold you back. So you got to kind of see who's not for you and trust that they're going to dangle someone that looks like your exact type with the same values that you're looking for, just to kind of throw you off. SR is just a fancy way of saying celibacy for guys. Don't be fooled, facts. New levels, new devils. This is crazy. People will intentionally hurt you when you don't want to chase them and smear you. Yeah, so people trying to get you to chase, that's a manipulation tactic. People, when you don't chase them, they will get very like angry with you and stuff. Remember, we're in a reality where a lot of people don't have like really good boundaries, self-worth. You will see a red flag in somebody, you will take a step back, you will be like, that person's not for me. And for some people, if you don't chase them, they become like an enemy in your life. Like, it's very weird. When you guys hit a certain frequency, it's like you can't just really walk away from people. As soon as you walk away from anybody, they start to become like a supervillain in your life, trying to ruin your life. A lot of people are going to be in like one-sided beasts with you. A lot of people can't accept rejection. Some people, like, some people, it's like you don't even reject them, but if people feel like somewhat rejected by you, that's when they become like a supervillain in your life. And you be thinking like, damn, like a lot of people don't really need that big of a reason to attack you. And that's why people, you got to be very careful. They switch up like very easily. People have scripts memorized. People can give you a whole speech. A lot of you guys have had people in here where they basically told you like, I love you forever. I will never break up with you. You're my one and only. And then they'll switch up like very, very fast. Probably break up with you that same day, the next day, and you're like, yo, this is insane. Because remember, people are playing characters out here. The world is a stage. It's very hard to find authentic people out here. It's so rare to find authentic people out here these days that Granisi appreciated. That when you finally meet an authentic person, it feels weird. Like, you're like, yo, are you real? Like, am I really seeing this? You be thinking it's a mirage. And you're like, thank you. Some of you guys probably haven't even met that person yet. It's crazy. Some of you guys probably thought you met that person just to have them be a very good character, and boom, ends up manipulating you again. So remember, guys, it's only like 10% of us out here. I be thinking we should like have our own island and stuff like that. But I think that kind of goes against our soul contract. Because if we were all in one area, the world would be on fire, to be honest. Remember, we're like spread out. Because each one of us is like put in an area to help the vibration like of the planet grow. If we all said, you know what, F this, all these people manipulating, demons, hey, look, Chosen One, Star Seeds, hey, let's go get our island. The world will be on fire, honestly. You think the world is bad right now? You think the world is like in chaos right now? Imagine if we just like gave up our position. So yeah, we be going through like the suffering and stuff like that. We're ultimately making the planet a better place. We balance everything out, facts. Creative Queen's like, nah, let's pack and go. Let's all pack our bags and get out of here. My thing about that too, when people say that, like the whole like we need to get our own island. Think about every group out there. They get infiltrated one way or another. So let's say we all decide to get our island. How long do you guys think that will last until a narcissist finds their way onto the planet? Narcissist is like a zombie outbreak. Like, it just takes one, to be honest. You drop one on that island and they start multiplying. Like, it's very crazy. What group hasn't got infiltrated by a narcissist? Narcissists, they got to religion. You got your religious narcs. Rise of Hero, even other chosen ones hate you on this journey. I would say probably like the unevolved ones. Someone is like truly like walking this path. I've seen it happen, but rarely. I'm gonna say that. They infiltrate spirituality. If you guys think that everyone that is spiritual is a good person, you're gonna have a bad time, honestly. These narcs know what they're doing. They hide behind titles. Just because someone says they are spiritual doesn't mean they're a good person. A lot of you guys probably had to learn that the hard way. You guys probably awaken and you're like, okay, where's the people that's like me? Oh, they're spiritual? Thank you. I've been looking. Boom. Like, and if anything, those people are way worse than the regular narcissist, because a lot of things that the regular narcs be doing is like unconscious behavior. Spiritual narcs, they awaken and they choose the path of evil. Like, it's very insane. They have the knowledge, but they're using it to like manipulate. And that's basically like the people that's on the top. Warlocks, the elites, the people on top of the matrix, they're just people that's awakened and they figured out this game a long time ago. Remember that there's some people that want connection with other people. That's us. We want to talk to people and be able to connect with them. Some people are so far gone, they can't even connect with people if they wanted to. They only want control. And some people took it so far that they made a whole system to control the unawakened people. This system wasn't built on accident. There's people at the top that choose to keep coming back here because they know that on planet Earth they get their control and they get their power. Some people are addicted to power and control. Some of you guys just want peace. Like, I don't want power at all. Like, I makes people do some very crazy things. If I ever see someone like trying to like act like they're under me or something, I get very weirded out. I just want to be on a farm somewhere, if I'm being honest. But anytime I try to step away from social media and go try to like live my life like secluded, God pulls me back here immediately. So I got to do this for I don't know how long, but trust me, I will get my farm one day and I'm out of here. I'm not really someone that likes being in the mix a lot. Like, being a truth teller on social media is not really as glamorous as it looks. Sophia, appreciate the follow. And the crazy thing about your energy is like you can really be someone that like minds your business and want to stay out the mix. Some people hate when you mind your business, like, which I don't really. I do a lot of shadow. That's one thing I'd be trying to figure out, like completely. Especially if you guys work a 9 to 5. If you guys go in there and you're like, I'm just gonna work, make my money, and go home, you would think that that will just avoid you from getting issues. That will get you targeted even more, which is insane. You literally have people that's like watching you from a distance, like, who do they think they are? And the whole time, like, you're just there, like, da di da di da. I'm ready. Everyone's amazing, and people just like start plotting on you. Like, it's pretty crazy. And then some of these people take it even further. Like, some people will pretend to be your friend so they can figure you out, so they can try to ruin your life. Which, so guys at these 9 to 5s, be very careful. This matrix has people thinking that money is everything and that money is their god. Someone will throw you under the bus for an extra quarter, which is pretty crazy to say. I've seen it happen with my very eyes. The boss can tell that person, like, hey, look, I got this 25-cent raise for you. You just got to start like telling on people, doing this and that. And now you got someone that just sold their soul for a quarter. That's why, like, if you're on this journey, use a 9 to 5 to get to where you need to get to. But I trust a lot of you guys can't survive at 9 to 5 because your frequency keeps pushing you away from it. They be doing some weird things at a 9 to 5. And once again, this is stuff you can't say out loud because when you're at this frequency, anything you say, people get turned into contrarians. And contrarians are people that just want to disagree with you for like anything. On this journey, you will have people that will constantly play the devil's advocate against you, that will constantly disagree with you. So you can like be as clear as day, like, hey, look, this I'm in my 9 to 5. This person's being very weird. they're switching up on me and doing it. Like they'll be like, stop. You're what? They're not like that. You don't know what you're talking about. 9 to 5s are amazing. You just gotta go in there, keep your head down, and you're like, yo, it's like a cognitive dissonance when you're talking to these people, and that's what will have you feeling alone because you be thinking to yourself like, who can you really talk to? Who can you really talk to? Society, what I've noticed, there's like a witchcraft spell that's like over society. If you try to talk about a narcissist, you get flagged like immediately. Like people will start attacking you. Like it's like the craziest thing. And that's why I like TikTok because like for some reason talking about narcissists became like a trendy topic and this app allows it to like just push forward, push forward, push forward. And I see people are like fighting back. But hey, people are starting to like wake up. Roanna, appreciate the follow. That's happened to me so many times bringing up the narcs. Yeah, don't let this chat make you guys get too comfortable. Bringing up narcissism in society, that just makes you a target. You see a narcissist in the wild, you see them operating, like just ignore them and hope that they don't target you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Smile and wave, that's what I be saying. I don't try to bring that much attention to myself. Keep the conversation surface level. Don't say anything about yourself. Find people that you trust. Talk to those individuals. Don't be like your old self where you're thinking that you have to talk to everybody. Kelro, appreciate it. A lot of you guys are extroverted by nature, but the society is making you not want to talk to people because every time you try to talk to somebody, it's an issue. You guys are probably getting better at it now, but when you first awaken, AM, appreciate you. But when you first awaken, it's like every time you spoke, someone just got triggered. And then you're like, yo, like, I don't want to talk anymore. Like, this is insane. Because you kind of had to like filter yourself at a point. Like awakening, you want to talk about deeper topics. You had a thirst for knowledge. You was like, you want to talk about the real things. Why is someone trying to talk to me about Love Island? Why is someone trying to gossip about this coworker? I don't care about that. And the crazy thing too is society, how this matrix is kind of like structured, is when you don't want to do what they want to do, you're going to get shamed for it. I don't know if you guys are going to believe me on this, but it's like, if you don't gossip with the demons, if you don't gossip with the Agent Smiths, you're going to become a target now because they're going to think to themselves, who do you think you are? Do you think you're better than us? You think because you don't gossip, that makes you above? And you're like, yo. That's why this stuff is very confusing because it's like, it's not a black and white answer I can give to you. You got to like know how to like maneuver out there. I can't tell you to do this in every single situation. Some situations you gotta be like, okay, no, I gotta move like this and that. But you will have so many people come up to you like when you're on this frequency, and they will just assume that you think you're better than them. And that's only because you become a reflection on this journey, and you reflect back the things that people refuse to work on. So when people tell you, oh, you think you're better than me, they're only letting you know that they themselves feel like you're better than them. And people that feel like you're better than them, people that put you on a pedestal, that seems like an amazing thing. Like if you read that on paper, that sounds amazing. Like if you read on paper that this person was going to put you on a pedestal, they think you're better, all these different things. Like, oh, that's cool. That means they're not going to bother me. Nah. If someone thinks you're better than them, they're going to make it their mission to try to humble you. And you're going to be thinking you're having a regular conversation with somebody just to see that they're taking little slight jabs at you. They test you a little bit. Granisi, you've been going crazy. Thank you. They be taking little jabs at you. At first you be thinking, am I crazy? Nah, I'm probably being a little sensitive right now. That probably was a joke. Human beings like to test people. So if you fail that test and you don't speak up, it's gonna get worse until you say something about it. You be thinking that people are like, people play dumb all the time too. You play dumb to protect yourself. They play dumb to traumatize you. You be giving people the benefit of the doubt because they're playing dumb. You're like, nah, there's no way they're doing that. If you guys could understand how strategic people are, if you could read their minds and see the twisted things that they were thinking, you would no longer give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. A lot of people, they make it their mission to try to humble you, because by humbling you, that's a humiliation ritual. When they're able to humble you, they're able to siphon your energy in that moment, depending if you react. Now, that's why some people, they wait until they're around like a crowd to do it. Some people wait like when you're talking one-on-one, they play the character very well. You're like, oh, this is a cool person. Nice chill. As soon as like 10 people come around, they start humbling you in like some very crazy ways. And they'll humble you based on what they're insecure about. If they feel like you are more intelligent, they're going to start telling you things where they know that they know more than you, because they're going to try to show other people that they're smarter than you. And they're doing it so they can basically be like, hey, you see, this person isn't that smart. I'm smarter. That's why some people, you got to recognize when some people are trying to connect and some people are studying you. Because some people are just trying to figure you out so they can one day destroy you. And that's why growing up was so difficult for you guys, because there's so much invisible rules. If you guys feel like there's so much invisible rules to look out for, drop ones in the chat. Growing up, you was getting like punished for rules you didn't even know existed. To this day, you're learning more and more. Like, yo, like, because you're learning all this makes you not even want to participate in society. Because what do you mean people are doing this out there? What do you mean if I'm being genuine, they're going to try to destroy me for it? Kel Rowe, appreciate it. And the crazy part about it is you guys can learn this game. Some of you guys do know the game, like, trust, from the things that you have went through. And you can literally play it way better than like any of these narcs, because ultimately you have discernment that's on your side. But that's not who we are. One of the reasons you guys was even blessed with the gift of discernment is because God knew that you weren't going to abuse that power. And plus two, being like manipulative, being fake, to a lot of you guys, that just feels very weird. Like, you be thinking like there's actual people out here, like they just do this. They just like, they're just happy manipulating. And then it's like hard to believe that, but then when you see it in person, people manipulate, they're smiling while doing it. A lot of you guys have had narcs do things to you and then smirk while they're doing it. They let you know they cheated on you, they're smiling in your face. They let you know they did something so bad and they start smiling, smirking. If that's happened to you guys, drop ones in the chat. And once again, they were doing this stuff when we didn't know what was going on. The truth was in our face this whole time. Like, if you think back to your childhood to now, they were telling on themselves this whole time. Because now that you're in present day, if someone did something to you and smirked in your face, you start moving accordingly. You're like, oh, this is a demon. Like, I gotta get out of here. In the past, though, like, you would try to like give them the benefit of the doubt. That's just what we were doing. Maybe I didn't see it right. Maybe they were thinking about something in that moment, so that's why they were smiling. Nah, that person is literally laughing at your pain. Like, it's so demonic, you don't even think it's like a real thing. But once you were blind, but now you see. Gaslighting ourselves. That's something we did a lot on this journey. Remember, guys, demons, they cause confusion in your lives. If you are thinking, are they demonic? Are they not? Are they manipulating me? Are they... Like, a good friend is not going to have you in confusion, to be honest. think about yourself in a situation. Like if we were dealing with like anyone that's in this chat and I'm talking to you guys are genuine earth angels, star seeds chosen, this and that. You guys say what you mean. You're not playing games. You're not hiding behind a veil. We can talk in a regular way. Demons, though, they know how to confuse you. Like, you don't study manipulation, so you don't really know like these different tactics, but they confuse you in a way that makes you actually doubt yourself. Cater said you watching me, bro. Appreciate it. Carol, appreciate it. Chaos magic, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Discernment's like a beautiful thing. Like once you start seeing through these things and you don't let people gaslight you, it does get pretty like isolating when you're like the only one that sees the things that you are seeing. When I first unlocked my gift of discernment, this was like in 2024. Yeah, 2024. I had like my second awakening. Like I've always like been discerning, but when I activate the gift of discernment, that was like a whole nother level. And I thought I was going crazy. I'm like, why am I seeing these things? Why do I know things I'm not supposed to know? And it's crazy. You can't really explain this to other people. I had one friend where I'm like, I need to talk to someone about this. And before I went to go talk to that friend, I was trying to look for like a video online that could like perfectly like talk about what it was. Because I knew if I just went to him and told him, hey, look, I have discernment. I can see behind people's masks. I can see everything. He would just think I was crazy. So I got the video. Remember the video? It was like this girl. It was like a 6-10 minute video. And I told him like, hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but I have a video to back it up. Still thought I was crazy. That's one thing about this journey. No matter how much you try to break it down to somebody, how slowly you try to talk, it's like you're talking like a whole different language to them. It's like once you activate the gift of discernment, once you awaken from the matrix, it's like you're speaking Spanish, but you don't know you're speaking a different language because this is you. So when you're talking to people, you're like, why don't you understand me? I don't really know how else I can break this down to you. And then you have to branch out to yourself. You're like, no one understands. All right, I'm gonna be to myself. Because a lot of you guys are magnetic people. We are by ourselves, not like we have a choice to be around people, honestly. Because a lot of you guys are popular loners in the chat. You guys are magnetic. A lot of people want to be around you guys. A lot of people want to date you guys. But honestly, us being around people, it's like no one understands us. So like, why are we gonna be around multiple people if I'm not gonna have a genuine conversation with them? But the other way around, those people love being around you. They love it because you have knowledge where you can validate what they're going through. You even get this when you talk to strangers. Strangers love telling you their life stories. Like, oh, you're amazing. Oh my, like, I just got a divorce. My kid's doing this, and you're like, yo, that's a lot, because people love your energy, but it's very like it's not really reciprocated to you. How often do you guys get people to ask you like genuine questions? Like, when's the last time you had someone ask you something where like they truly saw you for who you are? Some people don't even ask you questions in the conversation, which is like insane. They make you ask all the questions. They make you validate them. They be draining you. Sometimes you try not to even wait for them to ask a question. You just try to talk about yourself, or you try to talk about something. And some people look upset. Some people are kind of nice. They be trying to like understand like what you be talking about. But the higher up you go, the less pool of people you're going to have that's like really going to understand you. And the crazy part about it is, even though that you guys know this, you guys aren't going to stop learning at all. All you guys in the chat right now, you guys have the choice to step off that rocket ship that you stepped in, and you can stop learning this information. You can stop being in these lives. You can stop watching the videos. You can stop going within, but that's just not how you guys are. Where some people stop mentally growing in high school, you guys are going to take this as far as you can go because that's just how you guys are programmed. You guys understand that you truly do know nothing because that's true wisdom. The more you know, the more you're like, oh, this is a lot. Gator Chomp, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Appreciate you, man. Hey guys, though, but I'm gonna call it right there. I appreciate you guys popping in. If you guys enjoyed the live, tap into my YouTube. This live is gonna be uploaded on there. This was a really cool stream. Really cool stream. Talked about a lot. We connected. Don't really think we was dealing with energy vampires. Energy was cool. User, appreciate the follow. Yeah, if you are on my TikTok, shoot me a follow. Every week I try to shift my focus on what I focus on. Last week was the gym. This week I'm gonna focus more on social media, going live. So yeah, I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. What's the YouTube channel? Link is in my bio. I want an outro song on my streams, but I know YouTube be weird about it. But as soon as I figure it out, I'm gonna be leaving in style. Tobishi, what's up? Yeah, but I'm gonna get out of here, guys. You guys take care. Ba da 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 da.